Hello, everybody. I am really dark, and welcome. There we go. Now I'm a little bit lighter. Welcome to Fate Touched, where
Hello.
our crazy group of some teenagers and some young people do crazy things, like go kill a whole lot of kobolds. So, how are all of you doing today?
Good.
Remember how many episodes I've missed.
I don't think you've missed any.
Did I?
Yeah, I think you were here for the last one.
Yeah, because we didn't have one last week.
That's right. I guess I've completely lost track of time.
That's fair. So, also, you might notice that Amanda sounds like she's in a gym. That's because she is. And a little bit
I've been
laggy.
moving all this week, and I don't have internet in my new place yet, so I'm in the basement of the apartment building. My bad.
You know, whatever works.
I am good, sleepy but good. Had a very nice Golden Week here.
What's a golden week?
Golden Week is they take a whole bunch of national holidays and purposely squish them together into one week here in Japan so that people can have like a sort of officially spring break type thing from work and stuff.
Interesting.
And so my friends were off work and stuff, and we were able to go do a whole bunch of different things, and it was fun.
Cool. So you just like celebrate every day for a week?
I mean, it's not like, you have specific things that you do. It's not like we have, oh, you do egg hunts on this day and fireworks on this day. I mean, it's like Labor Day or whatever. I mean, they're just days off.
Oh, okay. You know, Labor Day does have a rich and storied history.
I know, but I mean, like, for the average person, it's literally just a day off work.
Columbus Day.
That also has a rich and storied history. It's just not a good one.
Oh, but yeah, it was fun.
That's cool. Yeah. Yay. I'm glad you had fun. I took a really big test. Oh my god. I took a really big test. But it's done and I passed and I'm happy.
Hooray!
Yay!
And now I have to learn all the math in the whole world.
I can do it.
Practically literally, because not only am I learning all the secondary math, I'm also doing a sub job for kids that are in like 7th, 8th grade, but they're taking like 4th, 5th grade math because they're a little behind. And I don't know how they do shit. Like, I legitimately don't know how they're doing these things. Like, I don't understand that parents hate core, but I understand why they're frustrated by core, because it's a completely different way of thinking about math. Like, completely
So
different.
it's like my dog. New, different, don't like.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, so
Like,
everything
I
I've
like
seen
it
about
because
it
it's
is kind of
way
dumb
better.
and harder.
No, it's way better. But you have to know how to do it, and I don't know how to do
No,
it.
different, don't like.
So, like, they're doing all these things, and I'm like, well, I know the equation to do that, but I don't know how to, like, visualize it with pictures and, like, see how things go together, which is
See,
way
visually,
cooler.
that makes it worse.
Oh, it makes it really cool because then they actually understand what's going on once they get it.
No, anytime they started throwing visualizing or images or anything where you're like seeing things instead of just getting the concepts, it always made it worse for me.
Well, it probably is way better for some people and not for others. I also have like no
Right.
spatial relationship things
Well,
in my
and the
head.
nice
but-
thing about this is what they do is they give you like 5 strategies for solving something. You get to pick your strategy. But like I don't know those strategies, so then I'm trying to teach these kids and I'm like, you just I can't just give you the equation.
Oh, that's
Whoa,
loud.
that's terrifying. Oh my goodness.
So I'm also learning how to do fractions with core.
Of course, when
I would say my bad, but that's really Einstein's bad.
of course, when I was in school, I always got in trouble for not showing my work.
Yeah.
Oh, you were
Because
one of those kids.
honestly, going back and like writing down what I did would like triple to quadruple the amount of time it took to get something done because I did most of it in my
Yeah,
head.
ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, but as someone who teaches, if someone does it, they don't get credit. I will not give credit if someone doesn't show work. Because I don't know where they got it from. It might have been their neighbor. It usually is their neighbor. Not everybody. Obviously, there are people who don't need to, but usually it's their neighbor. So you're like, how'd you do
It was
this? And they're
especially
like,
frustrating when
I
you
don't
get
know.
like 5 or 6 questions in a row that you all did exactly the same way. And it's like, why do I have to show all of them? I already showed the first one.
that's fair. Yeah, I could see how that would be like a special case, like CA.
Yeah.
I just would do the tests on like so fast that they knew I wasn't copying off anyone, and they were just like, okay, not a race, and I'm like, well, chemistry in high school was during lunch period, so they'd let us go to lunch when we finished, so
Oh,
I'd always
interesting.
race through the test.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And so my record, I think, is I did a test in like 7 minutes. And
Wow.
I was just like, boop, 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 boop. Here you go. All right, bye.
That was like my evolutionary biology class. Like for some reason, I took every test in about 5 minutes, and we had a test every Friday. So basically, I would get up because it was 7:30 a.m. stupid class, and go in for 5 minutes to take a test, and then go to the bagel shop for 2 hours till my next class. Every time. It was super irritating.
Another thing I did in math classes was sometimes instead of doing the problem, I would program my calculator to solve the problem for me just by entering the variables because we get so many of the exact same type of problems over and over.
Yeah.
And my teacher generally didn't care because I generally had to understand it really, really well in order to be
program it.
able to program it.
Right.
Fair.
Yeah, if I
way
could,
to
I would
demonstrate
not
you know
let
the
my
concepts.
kids use calculators at all. But for AP tests, they have to be able to use calculators. So, like normal calculators, but not like graphing calculators, because I think those are not necessary. But I don't get to make those decisions. I am not the AP test creators. Yet.
I mean, I played a lot of Tetris and Mario on my graphing
Part
calculator.
of why I don't want them to have graphing calculators.
I
Like
use
the
mine to pass
concepts
notes
you
in
don't
class.
need it for. You
My
know?
friends
was
and I
like
would
those-
literally just chat, and it would basically text chat on the calculator, pass it back and forth, and be like, "Oh, well, one of us doesn't have a calculator," and we just pass it back and forth and chat all class because.
See, yet another reason not to let them have calculators.
Well, that's like that class I was teaching that was open universe or like open computer.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if you guys just read the book, you would stop confusing yourself. So then if you try to Google these statistical terms, like I wrote the question based on the formula that is in your book. All you have to do is open up the copy of your textbook and it's right there.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they're Googling and trying to find this website that'll solve it for them. And
Yeah, they
So-
make it way harder on
answers a
themselves.
slightly
That's the fun
different
thing about them,
question.
those tests.
Yeah, it's like, really?
Yeah.
You could, okay, we could do it that way. Like I would just walk around and monitor their computer screens, and I was like, oh, that's not going to work, but okay.
All right, go for it. Yeah, I keep trying to convince students that like take-home tests are the hardest and the worst, and they never want to get them. They never believe me. I'm like, no, I swear to you, take-home tests are the worst. Because that means I get to ask you anything under the sun and moon.
Yeah. Or like, here, code this. That was all our
Also, high
take-home
tokens.
test. Here, you need to write a program.
Yeah.
You know, I had one programming instructor who would do tests that were sort of take-home in that you could do them at home, but it would log when you downloaded the test from the website, and you had to turn it back in within 2 hours.
Oh, interesting.
Huh.
I've definitely seen those. I don't know if I've had to take any, but I've seen them.
I've had to take translation trials like that.
Yeah. Makes sense. Kind of an
Yeah.
easy way to time a take-home test.
In partial differential equations, we had one test in class, and I think I was one of two people that actually finished it. Not well, but finished it. And after that, the teacher was like, okay, these are take home. And then the next test, everybody's like, did you spend 12 hours on it this weekend? Yeah, me too.
Oh.
Yeah,
They
that's my
were
experience
brutal.
with take-home tests.
It's like, hey, prove this, just like we did with this other one in class. And it's a thing we spent a week's worth of classes doing.
Proofs are the
Of course,
worst.
differential equations are brutal anyway.
Yeah, and partial diff EQ just squares them, basically. It makes them so much worse. But yeah, so it was fun times.
Good old days.
Sounds like it.
So I don't remember exactly where we left off in the game. Good of you,
Okay.
We were killing stuff. If we're looking at that map, that northern exit from the room we're in caved in, and we can't go that way.
We ditched Jeremiah somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
We ditched him earlier because he couldn't fit through the hole.
Right.
And then
Yeah,
he
we
died.
just left him on the other side.
Yeah, I thought about asking him if he
somebody.
wanted to come tonight, and I'm like, wait, no, he can't go through the hole. We don't need him. There's no point in asking him if he wants to play tonight.
Hi, Fuzzy.
Yeah, so does anybody remember like a cohesive, you two guys gigantic, yes, also hi.
We saved a kid that some kobolds were eating, but like,
Oh, I didn't even remember that. I just remember there were a lot of kobolds and we just kept killing them.
well,
Yeah.
no, like we got a kid out, but then we went back in after that, didn't we? Or were we just about to? Did we already go
We
back
did
in?
go back out, and then we came back in.
Yep.
I feel like we were trying to get the kid to somebody, like drop him off with the police officers or something.
Yeah, we did that.
We did that.
And then I think we camped for the night.
That sounds about right.
Heard
And
some
then-
werewolves. And then in the morning we went back
Something,
in.
yeah.
Or whenever it was. I think we might have slept during the day.
Yeah,
I
you
can't remember
slept
ruin the
until
night.
like midnight-ish. And then-
Yeah, we
Yeah,
went
and
underground. Our time zone.
Yeah, and then we came back in, and I got stuck in some magic wall thing.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, I remember
When
that.
I
Um,
disabled the magic wall thing
Yeah.
with my new
Mhm.
spell.
And then Pew
I
used some of that
hydrated
dust.
pond.
Yeah, Pew sucked all the water out of the pond.
Mhm.
Killed one
'Cause
kobold,
reasons.
and then something else caused a cave in on us.
Yeah, getting rid of the water didn't really help because, as I recall, it was just now a hole.
Yeah, now you gotta
But
be
we
cool.
didn't know that. I mean, you never know if there's going to be something creepy suddenly throwing a tentacle out of the water at you, you know?
It's true. And now you have a whole lot of water just hanging out in a little bead
Yeah, it might come in handy
for
sometime.
whenever you need it. Yeah, so in a slightly more cohesive review, or at least orderly review, you guys started last time as you left Jeremiah behind. You climbed down the hole and then went to the other side of this like tunnel and tried to get up, but there were kobolds waiting for you there, and nobody could get out of that hole.
Oh, yeah, I kept
In my case,
falling
just
down
because
the
people
hole.
were in the way.
Yeah, there was
Yes.
this comedy of errors as you guys kept falling down, and the kobold on top just like dropped rocks on you as you attempted to get out of the
Kind
hole.
of embarrassing, yeah.
That was not one of our prouder moments, Laura.
Eventually,
really.
through a combination of throwing and craziness, you managed to get out. Everybody made it out. You killed the kobold, and you proceeded to explore the area around the exit entrance, whatever, the other side. You made your way down a tunnel and over and found a couple of kobolds sitting over a campfire, chit-chatting. They saw you and started talking. You just killed them immediately and then found a boy hanging out in not really a very hangouty way, i.e. he was dying of
Also, there was a chunk.
being potentially eaten. There was a chunk missing from his leg. And there was a chunk of meat on the fire. Whether they were the same has not been ascertained because you didn't try, but I don't know how you would. But it seems likely that he was being eaten.
Wasn't putting it in my mouth.
And would you really know what it tasted like anyway?
Yeah, I'm not about to do the taste test on this
No.
particular situation.
I'm not, no.
So you had this boy, so you brought him back, you took him out, you brought him to the police, you didn't see Jeremiah anywhere, you didn't really ask much about him, they were just like, yeah, whatever, he's gone. And
He's gone.
he maybe went home, nobody really knows. You didn't really pursue it, he was just gone. And so you brought this boy to the police, they took care of him, they took him away. And you guys camped for the night. In the morning, you checked up on the boy. They didn't, again, really know, but he got into a hospital, and as far as they knew, he was fine.
Yeah, because he was like willfully unconscious or something. He was.
Yeah, he was
in
definitely
shock.
like super in shock even after you healed him. He was like refusing to wake up. He had been through
that's fair
an
enough.
extraordinarily traumatic experience, one assumes.
Yeah, I don't want to have to pay for the therapy on that one.
Yeah.
So I think we were going back to see if there was any more.
So yeah, so you made
Tactics.
your way back in and back through the tunnel, back past where you found the boy, and up through another another sort of set of caves and caverns, and Rusty got stuck on a door or a wall with a wall behind him, and he couldn't go anywhere. He was stuck between two walls, which was dispelled by Sarah. So he was fine, and you guys made your way through. You found a big pond. You sucked up the pond. You proceeded along another corridor. There were kobolds. You came back to try to like trap the kobolds, or you heard them, I think, so you're trying to trap them. They caved in the thing.
No, it worked on one of them.
It did work on one of them, and then there was a cave in. And it doesn't look like it would be easy to get through that tunnel. So you said, all right, maybe let's not do that yet. There was another wall that looked eerily similar to the one that Rusty got trapped in the first time, leading off in a different direction. So last we played, you guys were going to try to go through that door wall.
And I was reminding Rusty that I wasn't sure that I could do the same thing twice. I managed to undo it last time. I don't know if I have that in me twice.
All right, so yeah, that's where we left off. What are y'all gonna do?
Do we have a plan B if Sarah is not able, like if we get stuck and Sarah can't, do what she did before?
If she didn't show up, I was going to start like trying to stab my way through the wall. So,
Of course he was.
I mean, it's the tools I got.
Plan and stab things.
Hey, you gotta do it. Use what you have.
I mean, that's probably what I would have done too. So fair enough.
See, yeah.
I'm not sure this is the kind of plan you should lead with, however. I'm not sure we
I
should go
would have
put
said it was a
ourselves
plan B.
deliberately in this situation if that's our only plan. Is stab the magic wall.
Let's see. I'm trying to find it on the map again. Okay, there it is.
So, while this is happening, I'll start approaching the wall, but not all the way up to it, and I'll start looking around to see if there's anything weird, like a ways back from the wall.
Okay, so how far back are you going?
So like, I mean, there's the whole like pond section. I figure it's not out that far, but it kind of is recessed, so I'll stay back from where it's recessed. And,
Okay.
So we're
like,
looking for a magic
try to look.
wall.
Yeah, look and see if there's any like markings on the ground or anything around that I can see from presumably a safe outside distance thing.
Okay. So why don't you make an investigation check?
Are there any like loose pebbles on the ground I can grab, by the way?
Yeah, especially because there was a cave-in
There's a
recently.
cave in.
Oh yeah, that's a good
We got
point.
lots of
There are
rocks.
any number of loose pebbles on the ground that you can grab.
All right, I want to
Problem is
throw one at
actually
the
too many
wall.
rocks.
Okay. So you throw a pebble at the wall, it just goes through.
Okay.
And Rusty, you don't see evidence of anything except that the wall, like if you were just looking at the sides of the tunnels, it would look like it was just a completely open tunnel. Like there is this wall there, but it doesn't have like any marks that show on the walls of the tunnel. Like if it had been actually built in, you know, there would be some chip marks or whatever. There's nothing.
Yeah. So this is probably screwy, but I mean, there's one way to find out. Wait, is it? And I turn to Pew and be like, "Can you do that thing where you see if stuff's magical and see if she can?" I know she's used detect magic before.
Sure, it's not magical.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Let's see
but
if
if
she
she can
wrote
see, like,
down what she
There's
did.
magic-y stuff.
Come on, character sheet, open up.
I mean, if she has, I know detect magic is a ritual, so she can like sit and cast it and take her
She
time.
didn't write
I
down
know
how
she's
many
ritual
she's
casted
cast.
before. Yeah, she can.
She can ritual cast it, yeah.
So, but that's basically what I'm asking her to do.
Okay. So she says, "Yeah, I can try that, I guess." And she just sort of takes a seat, a little ways away from the wall, and starts sort of preparing her little ritual. Takes 10 minutes.
While she does
I
this,
think.
I'll fill up a pouch full of little pebbles that are around.
Okay.
I assume I can't see the pebble I threw anymore, right?
No.
It
It just
went
like
through the
went
wall
through
and now
the
it-
wall and gone.
Okay.
Also, I have a side question. You got the spell books from the potentially spell books from the kobolds. I can't remember. Did you give them to Pew?
Pew
Rusty?
wound up with them because I was going to ask her to borrow them.
Okay, so you haven't seen them yet, Sarah?
Correct.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. All right.
Hey, you're tied to me, dumbass.
And then, yeah, after I fill up a pouch full of pebbles, I come back and kind of hang out
Okay.
till she's done.
So after eventually she manages to cast the spell and finds that it is indeed magic, that there's magic in this area. And it is, oh boy, what kind of magic is it? Is transmutation a magic?
Yeah,
I think
I
so.
mean, transmutation or illusion, maybe.
Yeah, no, it's kind of
I don't
like
know
it's
what the
kind of a
spell is.
weird mix. It's not something that she's familiar with.
Bro,
But
you were
it's
literally tied to
definitely
me.
it's a different sort of mix of spells than she would know how to do. And
Magic trick.
she doesn't really know what to do with it because she doesn't recognize it's a weird like mishmash of things that is very unusual.
Licking my laptop. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
So all she knows is it's some sort of illusion, but it's like well, no, I guess it is an illusion. It's just like an illusion that actually creates solid things. So yeah, that's what it is.
So, Rusty, is this safe to just walk through?
Probably not. I imagine that, like, if we walk in, like, right up to that wall will get one of us will get stuck again.
Hmm. Hmm.
I got a bad feeling about this, guys.
Does anyone have like a stick?
Well, you have quarter
Underground.
staffs.
We
Yeah,
have
no,
some
Sarah's got a
arrows.
quarterstaff. Yeah, I have like 2 arrows left.
I'm wondering if we stick it through the wall, can we pull it back out again?
And we have a lot of rocks.
I mean, she stuck her staff through the wall, and I could grab it.
Oh,
but
okay.
I couldn't go back through, so it probably only traps live things.
Gotcha.
So you're only screwed if you're alive. We can kill him.
Pretty good trap if
I'm-
you think about it that way.
I'm a bit
Yeah.
stuck. Any ideas, guys?
Possibility there's an off switch on the other side, but I don't know if we want to take that gamble.
James, do you have any ideas?
Keep forgetting I don't have push to talk enabled, and that's probably why people have been ignoring me for a while.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, I
You've been very
haven't
quiet.
heard you say anything in a long
Yeah,
while.
it's been a while since you said something.
I've been saying things a lot, but no
I
one
haven't heard you say a thing.
So you were just happily chatting to yourself.
I guess
deal.
so.
90% of the time I wanted it enabled, and there it is.
So what were you saying, muttering to yourself in the corner there?
James, do you happen to have the ability to do what Sarah did earlier?
No, not a chance.
Cool.
But I was saying I was trying to check out the wall itself, see if I could go through it.
So did
But
you go up to
it
it?
just directly, yeah.
Okay. So you get
Wait,
up to
did
the
you
wall.
just like jump on right through it while we're discussing if that's safe?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Well, not
okay.
necessarily jump because, in case it doesn't work, I don't want to slam into it. But
So you get to the wall, it is solid. You would have slammed into it had you jumped.
So I guess this one works the other way?
Hey, turn around. Can you still see us?
Oh, he didn't go through it, did he?
He turns around and there's a wall in front of him.
Wait,
Looks
you
just
said
like
it's
the wall
solid.
behind him. You guys can't see it.
okay.
But you said
James
it was
can.
solid, so he. No, you said it was solid. Did he or didn't he go through?
No, he didn't.
So there's one.
It's what happened
It's
to
like what
Rusty
taught me.
before.
Yeah, that's why I asked him to turn around and look.
No,
So
no,
we
no.
could-
But I'm
we could-
confused. You said he didn't go through it. So
Nope.
what's between him and us?
James?
It's a magic wall.
Another one effectively appeared behind me as far as I'm
Except
concerned.
only James can see it. We
Except
can
only
still
James
see.
can see it.
It's invisible to us.
Oh, okay. So another one in front. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I don't know, Rusty, I don't know if you told people, but much like what Rusty saw, whether you know or not, there's like a crude eye engraved on the one facing towards your friends.
I'm going to try stabbing that eye.
Okay.
Okay.
Make an attack roll.
Stabbing it is.
Okay, you successfully stab it, and you feel like you should be chipping through this wall like really well, but it just bounces off and it hurts the shit out of your hand.
Wait, did he stab the wall or the eye?
The wall's it's just carved into the wall. So it's still stone. So yeah, it was
Okay,
really painful.
I'm going to
So
try
we're going back to-
closing my eyes and doing the same thing.
Okay. Once again, it's solid. It really hurts.
Okay.
I
James,
am now
could
just
you
hanging
talk
out,
to us
and
over there, buddy?
I pull that sword hilt that I picked up in the little bakery and start playing with it.
Okay. Yeah, so you all can see James like pounding at this. He's doing his mime impersonation
Can I go
and
up
like
and
shaking
poke
his
him?
hand because it hurts. What's that?
Can I go up and like poke him?
Yeah, you want to go up to him?
I mean, I'm not gonna go all the way up like level with him. I'm gonna stay towards like this side of what it looks like he's pushing on, but just reach out and try and touch his hand from this side.
Okay, so you reach out and you can touch him.
Okay, so I try and grab his hand
Okay, you grab his hand.
and pull him towards me.
His hand gets like stuck on something, so you're like yanking his hand through solid rock as far as he's concerned.
Ow!
It's extremely painful.
It's not a straight illusion.
Well, I mean, are you reacting, James?
Well, it looks to me like a hand comes out of the wall, grabs my hand, and is trying to pull me into the wall, but the wall's still solid, even though the
But,
hand just goes through it.
Are you saying like, ouch, so I should stop?
She's
I
yanking
believe
away.
I'm strong enough that if I wanted you to stop, I could just stop.
Okay.
It's true, it is Ronya. It's a tiny little hand.
So you just keep yanking. Nothing happens. You just pull in.
And it's obviously not working.
Okay.
I yank back.
Okay, make
Not
a
hard.
Seriously?
Not hard.
Why? What?
Wait, how hard? Do a strength check. I want to see how hard you pull her.
Why are you such
That
a
would be
jerk?
a strength check would be if I was trying to pull hard.
Oh, but
not.
you're pulling. You might be a little overconfident in your pulling. Let's see how hard you pull.
Natural 20. Natural 20. Oh.
Yeah, you accidentally, like, you got a little more leverage than you meant to, and you pull, and her tiny little halfling body just, like, flies in and hits the wall behind you.
Yeah.
So now you're both. So
Somehow I
now
don't
all of a
think
sudden,
I'm
Ronya, you
that
see the
bad
wall
at
in front of
Hey.
you.
killing myself.
Ronya, see you can talk shit till the wall dies. As I'm like just playing with this sword hilt.
I insult the wall.
I actually turn to Pew and say, "Hey, is this thing magical?" And like hold the sword hilt up
The
there.
sword hilt? Okay. So she was like, I don't know, I could do, I guess, another ritual while
Well,
they're
she-
playing with the wall.
I mean, it hasn't been that long, I don't think.
Oh, yeah, it's up for 10 minutes.
Yeah, detect magic doesn't just detect one thing; it allows you to detect
Yeah,
everything.
that's
during
true.
the duration.
So, okay, so she looks at it and says, no, it's just normal.
I'm like, you're not even
Cool.
good enough to be a wall both ways.
There's no apparent effect.
Oh,
Yes, insult the wall. This is going
I'm doing what James told me to do.
I didn't tell you to do that.
Oh, well, somebody did. Rusty, I guess.
I will ask Pew because she hasn't used her new powerful spell slot yet, I don't think. I'll just be like, hey,
Yeah, I don't
do you
have
think you could-
any, whether either she
Knowing
hasn't
her,
used
do you
any
really
spells,
think she even learned
or-
to spell magic?
There's a chance.
that I could find out.
I mean, like, she gets 2 spells per level. One of them was Fireball. So there's like a slight chance, wizards have roughly 7 million level 3 spells. So,
That is not one of them.
okay. Because I just asked her, do you think you could, like, get rid of the magic that... Whatever.
No. That's what Sarah does.
Sarah could try it again. She should have a second spell slot.
I could try,
Yeah,
guys.
he was like, I could fireball them.
No.
Please,
Vetoing
please
fireball. Vetoing fireball. No fireball. Not an enclosed caverns. No.
Can we
bad
hear
fire.
you guys?
No, you couldn't hear before, right, Rusty?
Oh, no, I could talk to her.
Oh, okay, so yeah,
Yeah,
you can hear. I
Sarah.
can
Yeah.
remember.
As I gave him like a stand back. I have no idea what I'm doing. All right, I will try it again.
Okay, so roll. Yeah, so dispel magic, you roll for it. So roll a d20 and add your whatever your modifier is.
Did I not just do that?
No, you
No,
didn't.
I
No,
just-
you just said dispel magic.
I just said I'm doing it. Okay, that was cute. Okay. What is
I mean,
dispel
some spells work
modifier?
that way.
Well, if
Well,
If
if
you
it's a
cast dispel
third level
magic,
spell or lower,
yeah.
that works.
Yeah,
you cast it at the spell level.
Yeah, I have to figure out what my spell modifier is. I think it's 4, but it's been a while.
I think it's 4 too.
My wisdom, right?
Maybe.
Yeah. Clerics are wisdom.
I am wise, bitches. Anywho, yes, 4.
You could probably just like make a wisdom roll if you want.
That's a
And
good
it'll
idea.
that would do
automatically
it.
add it.
Click.
Okay.
Nope.
Nothing happens.
You'd have to roll a minimum of a 10 to even beat
Have a chance.
whatever the default
Yeah.
is.
But you do lose that spell slot.
Yeah, it's not working, guys.
Anything other than that eye visible?
There's some like carving below the eye, but it's like weird ruins or something. It doesn't mean anything to you.
I tried just sort of tracing the eye with my finger.
Okay.
Does anything
So
happen?
Can you guys see anything that might help?
And it's
There's an
just
eye
like,
carved into the rock.
carved into the rock. Doesn't do
And
anything.
words we can't read.
Can you
I
tell
get
me what the
a
words
little
are?
bored
No.
with my sword hilt.
You what with your sword hilt?
It's
I get bored with my sword
Oh,
hilt,
okay.
and I walk up, like, not all the way to them, but like a couple feet back, and I'm like, here, this might help, and just toss the sword hilt in, like, next to them on the ground.
Okay, so all of a sudden a sword hilt just plops next to you guys on the ground.
And I look at Rusty and go, what the hell's that gonna do?
I don't know.
Ugh.
Is there any, like, I don't know, hole or slot in the eye that we could stick something in?
There's like a pupil carved in, like it's just shallow, but that's
Didn't you, hey, Ronya, didn't you say, like, one time you had a spell that lets you understand other languages?
I don't remember. Let me see if I
there is a spell called comprehend languages.
I'm aware of that.
I mean, you just said there was writing, so
I'm
maybe
checking.
you should
just a
read
second.
it. I don't. Maybe.
Well, I can't remember if I actually have that. Just a second.
It's like a second level spell, I think.
We'll go over to Pew and then offer to trade her the staff I took off the one kobold shaman for that sweet dagger that I let
I'm
her
the one
keep.
that has the magic staff, though.
She doesn't know that.
well, she still has detect magic up probably, so she does. So
I do have
yeah.
comprehend languages, so I will cast it.
While she still has detect magic, I'll pull out one of the green things. I'll be like, "Is this magic?" One of the
green
green,
things.
the green like plate
Oh,
size thing found around the fire.
there's a faint magic residue on it, but it's not in and of itself magic, as if it were around something very magic for a long time.
That's why I keep wondering if they're eggs.
Well, they're not like
They're not like
eggs.
they're
They're
not
flattish,
round,
right?
Yeah, they're more like
Are
big
they
guitar
just
picks. Only little like.
Are they dragon
Magic
scales?
pancakes.
How on earth would you know?
I'm just out of game. I don't know. So I can visualize better.
Yeah, you could look like they could be visualized like scales. That's kind of if they were sort of triangular scales.
Cool.
So yeah, I cast comprehend languages and look at the stuff under the eye.
Okay. So you can now suddenly, it's like this whoosh, whoosh, like magic, and all of a sudden it's like just normal words written there. And it says, keep your eyes on me.
Okay,
Okay, I'm gonna try. Oh, wait. Do you read that to me?
no. And so I just I'm like staring right at it and try to slowly walk through it.
Forward. Like through the eye.
See, that's
Yeah.
what I
Yeah, it doesn't.
want.
You walk into a wall.
Okay.
Tell me what it says.
What
Okay.
are you trying to?
What was the point of that? Did you
I'm
just walk into the
intrigued.
wall?
I'm intrigued
says
now that Ronya's
Keep your
doing
eyes
something.
on me now.
Okay,
Try
I'm
walking
going to
through the other
stare
one.
at the eye and walk backwards through the other wall.
You walk right through it. All of a sudden, you're staring at the back wall.
I rush in and do the same thing.
Okay. And you too make it right through, no problem.
Well, after I get through it, I'm immediately going to turn around to make sure I'm not walking into something bad.
That's probably a good idea.
If
Okay,
he
so you
stopped,
walk
I'd
through it
probably
and you
bump
find
into
that
him.
you're in like I guess I can show you. I don't need to necessarily describe it, but like a sort of like a tunnel that appears to lead into a big chamber, but you don't see any evidence of cobalts or whatever.
Okay.
So you see,
Is
like,
the
follow-
wall still visible if I turn back around?
yeah, you can see it from your side. But like if you touch it, you could just put your hand through it.
Was there a wall on, or an eye on both sides, or just the one?
You don't see any eyes. from
No, I
where you are.
mean, you know.
What is happening?
If you're actually not where you are in the picture. if
I
you're,
took
like,
a
over
good
here.
solid
Well,
look
I was
around the
there.
room.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on in,
Like-
Sarah. I think we can get through.
Yeah, but how do you get back out?
Okay.
Okay, so you see that you are just in this big room. It's not empty, but it's a big room, and there is like just a sort of gilded chest. Like if you were in a video game, you'd be like, "That's the treasure chest." It's so obvious. And
See, because what pops into my
I
mind is,
will-
oh, that's probably booby trapped.
Yeah. I will see if I can get back out.
I went
First.
through too, by the way.
so you're able to just walk right through the wall and out. It's
All
like,
the way
and then
out?
the other wall is gone, so you can just walk out.
Oh, once you get through it, it's like
It
that's
seems to like
convenient.
de-trigger it somehow.
cool. All right, Pew, come check this out.
Okay, so Pew comes and
Hey, Pew, is that treasure box magic?
I was about to ask the same thing. I look around the rest of the room too, really
and
closely.
no, but I think there might be something magic in it.
Ooh.
Like it seems like there's
Um,
some glow coming from inside it, maybe.
I
honestly just
will
waiting for Rob.
check
Yeah,
to
hey,
see
Rogue,
if it's,
see if you can find traps.
yeah, I'll check to see if it's like locked or booby trapped.
Probably booby trapped. That looks like booby trapped. That screams booby trapped to me. You be careful.
Okay, you don't see evidence of anything.
I mean, it was already
Cool.
It's
behind
locked,
a trap.
but it
wall.
looks like a pretty simple lock.
Cool. I pick the lock.
Wait.
Okay.
Before he goes up to it, I'm going to move right there.
Okay. So y'all back off a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're
it
all
was
like,
already behind
didn't-
a locked thing.
I'm going to unlock it first, not flip it open right away. Probably.
Okay. So do a sleight of hand check to see if you can unlock it. Okay. So you easily unlock it. It's like the most simple lock that you've ever seen, like to the point where it's almost hard because it's so simple. Because like you don't even know how to do something this easy. But you get it unlocked, no problem. And there it sits.
Cool. Yeah, I flip it open.
Okay, it opens. And
What
inside
does-
it, you see some like scattered little ingots that look kind of gold colored, and some little vials that have little silver stones in them, and just a few scattered. It's almost like it used to be a full chest, and now there's just kind of like a few things left at the bottom. But there's a few scattered, like semi-precious stones, probably gems, maybe like uncut. It's hard to tell unless you know a lot about gems.
like,
And there's 4 gold-looking like wine goblets, and I don't remember what the last thing is. And there is a weird like orb, like a round thing.
oh, Pew
How
loves
big
orbs.
is the round orb thing?
That's a really good question. Do. I don't even have it open to know. Because I didn't write that down. I just wrote down what was there. Oh yeah, and that's not going to work because it got taken offline.
I start picking up some of the goblets.
Okay. Yeah, so
Yeah, I'm gonna come
they're
over. Actually, I'm gonna go look for, like, is there an exit or something? What else is there in this cave?
Nothing. It just is just a
It
dead
dead
end.
ends, right?
Yeah, like you think maybe it's like the treasure room.
Okay. I just want to confirm that, make sure nothing's sneaking up on us.
Okay. Yeah, you don't see any
Yeah,
exit
I'll
there.
ask Pew what specifically in here is magical. Is it the
Okay.
thing or
So
something
she
else?
says it's definitely that ball thing.
Cool. I grab all the other stuff.
Hey, I was already grabbing this.
Well, I'm not gonna steal it out of your hand, but I start cleaning the thing
Okay.
out.
Where is
Okay.
it? Oh, there it is. Let me read the description once I find
I'm just gonna
it.
have to start taking a nightly inventory of what Rusty's holding in his bags.
Yeah, no, I anticipate we're not gonna stay here much longer. We'll have like a whole like grand mansion table full of crap we picked up.
We can divvy it all up.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Rusty's gonna
I've
have to
already
invest in
witnessed
saving
Pew at
costs.
least trying to keep things for herself. So
I don't know. Rusty's actually been pretty good at divvying things up, I think.
yeah, he has.
So
Pew
it's
most
like
definitely has
Invest in
not.
safety
crystal
costs.
ball size. Like you could hold it in your hand. And
Does
it's
it look like the globe?
like the globe. It
The
looks
drift globe.
Like the
no,
globe?
it doesn't look like the drift globe. But it's got like it's sort
Drift
of
globe.
translucent and like one side kind of glows like yellow and one side kind of glows like blue.
Interesting.
Hmm.
I'm guessing Pew probably wants that.
Probably. Is it?
Very
I don't know if
certain
it's
Pew wants that.
safe to touch. I mean, it's magic, so it
We
kind
all
of
know
works.
Pew's gonna grab it anyway.
It's probably
Yeah,
true.
let her
She
do
probably
it.
does, but she's not here, so
I think it's probably safe to assume that we can just say that she did.
Yeah.
I'm fairly confident of that fact.
Yeah.
okay. So
She's
Pew
not exactly known for caution.
Pew
There was
grabs
McDonald's
it up
salted today.
and is holding onto an orb.
All right.
It doesn't have any. It doesn't seem to make any
It doesn't
difference.
do anything.
No.
Cool. I don't think we can get through that other place, but is there any other like holes or things to get through that we could find, or is that it? As I say to the
Did
group.
we explore everything else before we came down this way in the first place?
I think this was the last one because I circled around and it just linked back up to where we
Yeah,
came
we
out.
didn't see everything.
Yeah.
We were
So
trying
maybe.
to clear
Unless we
the
missed
area.
like a like a
So,
secret passage or something.
I'm pretty over this, and I could go for a hot bath.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll support
are
this
we
one.
done, or do you want to try and get through that landslide bit?
Oh, there's still kobolds left, so we need to get them.
I mean, yeah, but
We've been
if we
combing
can't
our way
get
through
if we
looking
can't
for them.
yeah if we can't get through that, then
Yeah, why don't
I-
we ask the police outside whether they can call someone with construction equipment or something?
or maybe see if there's another entrance because we don't know if they tunneled out. Maybe somewhere
Yeah.
else.
At either way, for both of those ideas, we should probably head outside. That's not a bad idea.
I
I pick
support
up
this
this
plan.
would help too.
Really into the hot bath.
Yeah, why don't we? Okay, let's head out and we can report to the police that we're doing. Yeah, we can report to the police that we're doing what we're supposed to do for our parole. We are exploring. We can tell them what we found so far and say that we can't continue unless we have some digging equipment, and then we can take a bath.
Yeah, pretty much.
Assuming that
I'm
our
cool. I'm down with
jailers
that.
will let us do that.
Give them a report and then head out.
Hey,
Yeah, let's try
you're a
that.
dog, not a tequila.
Okay.
So I
you-
just start heading back.
Okay. So you make your way back out uneventfully, and the police officers are still at their little perimeter station.
How's the kid? Have they heard anything?
I haven't really gotten much of an update, so no news is good news. That's my guess.
Or no news is no news?
Or no news is no news. It's kind of hard to give news these days.
Well, we have cleared out as much of the cave as we're able to reach. There is one more section we couldn't get to, but it's covered with really, really heavy amounts of rock. And if we're going to continue,
Yeah.
we either need some kind of digging equipment or to find an alternate exit.
Huh. Okay.
Do
I'm gonna
you
start
know?
strolling around the perimeter of this big hill.
Yeah, I'll go with card.
Okay. Well, I mean, we could probably bring in some shovels or something. Is it tight in there? Jeremiah
I
said he
mean,
couldn't get through.
it's uh, a small to average sized person can probably get through, but I'm not sure shovels will cut it. I mean, we're talking a landslide here. Do you have like, I don't know,
It's a really big
jackhammers or
pile of
something?
dirt.
I mean, there probably are jackhammers, but I don't think they'd work.
Well, they might
Dynamite.
sometimes.
Sure, blow
Dynamite
up the
would be
cave while we're in
awesome.
it. That's always good.
I
Yeah, I
mean, we
don't.
could like set it and then get out, maybe.
I mean, I
And
guess
if it
that's how
collapses,
miners
it
used to do it,
collapses on
right?
them. Yeah.
That's an option.
We could, I mean, you could try. Like, we don't have these things, but somebody probably does.
Mm-hmm.
So we could see about getting a hold of something. I don't know much about
Yeah.
digging, so I'm not really your guy for that.
Or find some
Well,
sort of magical solution. Those exist
I
too.
mean, I could use my shatter thing, but that's the same problem as the dynamite. It could fall on our heads.
Okay.
Really not interested in bringing the cave down on our heads.
Yeah,
Call it
yeah.
a personal preference.
We've already determined that most of it's pretty darn solid.
Well, we could.
Yeah,
Is
for
there,
now.
I'm sure there are some professional people around somewhere that, dig things. Where are the
Probably.
people who are working on the Big Bertha project?
I don't
Uh,
know. What are you
I've
asking me?
There's got to
okay.
be some
You
professionals
think
who
I'm
know what
like part of the highway department or something?
I don't know. There's got to be someone who knows what they're doing.
I'm sure there is, but didn't they just have like a really big tunneling equipment thing?
Yeah, anyone that worked on that would be useless for this.
It was like
Okay.
huge.
Well, I don't mean that I want to borrow their drill. I mean they might have some like professional knowledge that could help. But
Oh,
yeah.
probably. I'm sure there are lots of excavators around town who would know something if they're still alive.
People who know how to shore up a tunnel before they blow up on it.
All right. I figure at this point, Card and I are just done and walk off.
I thought you already
We're gonna-
had been.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, we're just gone, circling the perimeter, seeing if there's like holes and stuff coming out of the ground.
Okay.
Not just holes that we could fit in, but holes that kobolds could fit out of.
Okay. So you're gonna go all the way around the whole like mountainy thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
We're not in tech right now, are we?
No, you're still in magic. It's been a long like magic.
Okay.
Okay.
It's only been
Is
a
this a
couple
random
of days.
fluke or
It's
is
been a
this the
couple
way the
days.
world is going?
Okay, so you make your way around. You don't see like a hole. I mean, you see lots of like little holes, like rabbit holes and stuff, but not like a cobalt hole, such as what you've like seen in the tunnels. You don't see any evidence of like somewhere where they may have tunneled out. You don't see like piles of dirt or anything anywhere.
No holes like we got stuck in. For
No
like a
holes
half
like you
hour.
got stuck in.
Which should be a relief.
Yeah. I guess we'll come back and say,
Well, if we're going around the edge, we'll eventually end up back anyway.
yeah, right. Like, get back and
Mhm.
tell them that we didn't find anything, and just say, it's kind of pointless because we can't excavate the whole thing by ourselves. But I mean, I guess we can come back if there's activity again and finish
So
it
there's
off.
still those weird things in there somewhere.
There
I think
were
so.
some.
I mean, there was
yeah.
at least one, I think. And
At
there's a
least.
part we couldn't get to because of the cave in. So
So
Like,
how do
try to
you
drop the key.
know that there were things behind the cave-in?
I
We
heard
heard them
one.
make
Because one of them
noise.
set it
And then-
off.
Yeah,
Oh.
like something might have. Yeah, something
So it's
happened.
like you were there when it caved in.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
I
wow.
figure we're all like all dirted up.
Well, you
Probably.
yeah, I mean, you've been running around in tunnels. So you're covered in
Yeah,
dirt
so-
and blood and gore and all kinds of fun things.
So-
I tried clearing
Yeah.
what I
Sorry.
could, but we weren't going to get through that.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
too much rock.
Well, we can definitely see if we can find somebody who knows a little more about it, and they can probably go in and work on it.
Yeah, let's try that. I really think it would be unwise if we try to, blow things up ourselves.
Oh, I don't want you to try to blow
It's
things up. Your kids.
and I'll try to give
Hey,
them
you hear that, Pew?
directions because it's kind of complicated in there.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good. Maybe make a
And
map.
there was I'll
I
tell
don't want
them.
to send people in without us.
I was like, maybe, yeah, if you can help it, don't go in. But if you guys have people ready to
Yeah,
pull
we
stuff
can go
out,
in together.
but I'll give them a description of the places and then the stupid trick wall things.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, and just emphasize that those lizard things could come out and they're dangerous, so maybe don't. But if you're gonna, you might as well know where you're going.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you let us know when you've got someone who should be able to help, we can go in together.
Yeah, we'll try to find someone. It's a little rough without phones working very well, but we'll see what we can do. Because we definitely
right.
want to get everything cleared out in there.
Sounds good.
Okay, so what are you guys going to do in the meantime?
Is it okay if I just visit my family really quick?
Yeah?
Sweet. I got
I mean, don't
I
leave
got my
town.
mom. I won't,
Yeah,
but I got my mom some really pretty glasses just now.
Okay. Interesting. You found glasses in there?
Well, goblets.
Oh, like to drink out
Oh,
of,
that's
not
what
to
you're
wear.
referring to.
No.
Yeah, you're not giving
Okay.
those to your parents.
I'm totally giving this to my mom.
No, you're not.
So anyway, I just start heading off towards my parents' house.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a long
Broken.
ways from here. What
It
time
is.
is it, by the way?
Einstein, come back here.
We can say that by now it's probably almost dawn or dawn. It's early morning.
Okay. Do you want to stop off at Pew's place? Because we have to kind of head past it anyway, I think.
Yeah.
You guys are pretty far from all of your
I was
places.
gonna say,
You're not
Well,
exactly
we still
close.
have to head south. Yeah, we still have to
that
head
count as
south to get
leaving
to Pew's
town?
place.
I forgot. Did we have bicycles or anything?
we brought the horses,
We brought the horses.
Oh,
Oh,
we
did
did
you?
bring them
See
here.
if the
Okay.
horses
Oh,
right there.
abandoned them in a field somewhere.
Go back to where we left them before we got arrested.
Yeah, no, they're not there.
Okay.
Awesome.
That was days ago.
Mm-hmm.
I can just summon a horse.
That's convenient.
Well, that will work for you.
All right, I guess we walk back, trudge back to Pew's place.
Okay.
Once we're
It's
well
a
away
long
from the
walk.
cops.
I mean, you've been walking a lot. You're used to it, but it's still a long walk.
Yeah. Once we get well away from the police presence, I'm gonna be like, guys, we can't go to jail. We have to have a deal before we go into court because they'll throw our asses in jail.
Well, but we've done absolutely everything they've asked, and we're not
Yeah,
running
but
away.
We're also convicted
I mean,
murderers. and they're
we knew
No,
that
we're not. We're
we knew that
accused. There's a
Yeah.
big difference.
we knew it was self-defense, but we straight up it looked like we just straight up murdered them. So our word against theirs and some bodies, I'm not feeling confident.
Well,
with
wait, what were
Rusty
the
on this
terms
one.
originally when we were given this parole in the first place?
This was our chance to prove that we were decent people. It didn't.
Well,
Jeremiah
I think
didn't say anything about guilty or innocent based on this.
I think Jeremiah just didn't want to have more SWAT team members die.
I feel like we're showing pretty well that we're in good faith here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
but I'm pretty sure that
walk into
doesn't
court without a deal. We need to make sure that
overwrite the whole.
our attorney has a deal
murder charge.
before we go in there because nope.
Okay, well, we can talk.
I've seen too many guys get their asses thrown in jail even when they didn't do. So, I mean, we killed them, and they're gonna, yeah.
Well,
I
the lawyer
assume
should
the
be.
worst.
Yeah, let's see whether we can find the lawyer once we get to Pew's house.
Hey Pew, do you think your dad's could bribe the the judge or the head district attorney, maybe.
She's like, I don't know. We could ask. Maybe. They might do that. If they do, I mean, I don't know about it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
If we do that, we are so tricky.
I mean, there's ways.
I'd rather avoid that if possible, but
People bribe people all the time. It's not a big deal, and the attorney can figure it out. Whatever. Anyway, let's keep going.
all right.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to get at before we were back at the house with like people around.
Okay. So anything else you guys want to talk about before you get back? No?
Not really.
All right. So you make it back to Pew's house. Filthy and exhausted. And some of you are pretty injured too, I think. Maybe?
Well, we had a
like the
long
cave
We
in?
did
rest.
rest.
Yeah, but then you got caved in on.
Oh yeah,
Runya's probably the most beat up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
And the house is pretty quiet when you get there. You know, nobody's up and about that you can see.
You said it's like around. Well, it was dawn when we left.
Yeah,
but
but
a
it's
long
been like a
walk.
few hours, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
So is it like nobody's there, or just nobody's awake?
You don't see anybody. You could go like look for them if you want to.
Did we
I looked for-
leave another avatar there?
No. The
Lily left. I thought there was another. I'm losing my mind.
There's not an avatar, but isn't James's ward still here?
and my Rusty's family.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
And
were there
Hugh's,
when you left.
Hugh's
for
dad
sure.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so I look for. Is it Ellen, the ward? What was her name? Elaine.
Oh,
no.
Elaine.
Elaine.
Elaine. Yeah.
Elise.
Elise.
Elaine. Yeah.
No.
I thought it was Elaine.
Elaine.
Yeah, it
Elaine.
was
Yeah.
Elaine.
So I look for her,
Okay.
like in her room.
She's not there. And in fact,
Is
like
it-
her clothes and stuff were gone. Like it looked empty.
I'm gonna ask about her.
Who are you gonna ask?
Who are you
To who?
asking?
Who was it? Rusty's aunt that was taking care of her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Really, yeah.
we start looking around to see if there's.
There's nobody there. Like you can't find anybody.
Is everybody all packed up?
No. Everybody else's stuff is there.
But not
But
Elaine.
they're not there. Yeah, but Elaine's stuff is gone. Such as it was.
Does
She
it-
didn't have
Is-
very much stuff.
Is
Does it
the
look like
rest
there
of
was
our
a-
stuff undisturbed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it look like there was a struggle of some kind?
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Not that you can see. No evidence of anything. Just her stuff's gone.
Guys,
Everybody else
do you
is gone.
know, did Elaine have plans to go anywhere? Like all her stuff's gone.
No, I don't think so.
Think she might have gone back to Portland.
Well, but with who? I mean, she wouldn't go there all by herself.
I mean, I did some real dumb crap at that age, but
She didn't
you
seem
know.
the type.
But we also did abandon her.
No, we didn't. We left her with a pretty, Rusty's aunt seemed pretty responsible, and we told her we're coming back.
Well, yeah, but she lost her mom. She attached herself to James, and then James left.
But he didn't leave. That's the point. We left her in someone's care and said we were coming back.
We're
That's
gone
not
for
the same
what,
as abandoning.
2 days? Maybe 3?
Yeah, that is like not even close to the same as abandoning. I
She's
think
had
there's
a rough
something very
time.
weird about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, she did not seem like the type who, having a rough time, would make her get up and like leave in the middle of nowhere. Like, I think if anything, she would want to be in the comfort with, like this maternal figure we had here with her and everything.
I agree. Something's weird, but
I
I don't think they
asked
arrested her,
you
do they?
if her dad's here, if he would be in his office, probably. and
She
then
wasn't
check
involved
for
with
him.
stuff we were arrested for.
And he's not there, and she says he could just be like at his work office. It is like the middle of the day. Sometimes he works.
Is that close by?
Not really. It's not that far though.
Well, if we can't call, should we go try and find him?
If you want, we can. He'll be back. I'm not worried about him.
Well, but I'm worried about everybody else, and I don't know who else to ask where they
He
are.
wouldn't know.
You barely paid attention to anybody when they were
He
here.
probably didn't even know they were here.
That's true.
Or that they're gone.
Well, who else could we ask about their whereabouts?
We could just wait here and see if they come back.
I suppose we have to wait for the construction team anyway.
What time of day is it?
Like midday.
So maybe they'll come back for dinner.
Had
Yeah,
the
they
lawyer
might be
given
out
us?
doing something. Maybe they set up school or something again. I don't know.
Yeah. Had the lawyer given us a way we were supposed to get back in contact?
Well, you have his contact information.
But I mean, do you just mean a phone number?
And his his office address and stuff. Like you can definitely get in touch with him if you need to. And he knows
Okay.
that you guys have been hanging out at Pew's house.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where he would go, one would assume.
Yeah, I guess we could just wait here and see whether someone comes back soonish.
Why, hello.
Any better ideas?
I mean, if we can't
No.
find any like note or anything from them,
Yeah, I thought we wait here until at least dinner time, and I'm gonna go take a shower.
All right.
I'll check on like the I don't know, like the main dining table that we've been using,
Okay.
or
For
like the kitchen counter or something for like if
really
there's a
no.
note or like
Okay.
anything saying what's going on.
You see that there is definitely more food than the last time you were here. Like, definitely someone has been stocking up on food and stuff.
Is it in like grocery bags, or is it just like stuff?
It's just like stuff. Who knows where it came from. But it's there. There's definitely food now. And there is like evidence that there have been people, like there's some dirty dishes and stuff that looks. We'll do an investigation check to see how old some of the crumbs and stuff are, if you want to. Yeah, you have
bad.
absolutely no
You have
idea.
no clue.
They might have been there since like the day you left, or newer. There's definitely some dirty dishes.
Okay, but Rusty knows his aunt. Does he know, is she the type that would leave dirty dishes sitting around?
I mean, if power's not working, like if there's no hot water, like she might just leave some dishes till next time. I mean, they honestly could just be getting food from other houses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a shower.
So
Okay, the water is cold, but it runs.
It's getting the mud off.
I think I'm gonna go up into the bedroom I went and take a nap.
Okay. You now have very dirty covers.
Well, yeah.
Before Card goes anywhere, I say, hey, did you find stuff on that other caster guy? Didn't you find a book on him as well? Bringing up the stuff you looted off of the guy.
Hello?
Hmm?
He's talking to you.
Card,
Sorry,
yeah.
what was that?
I was asking about this you pulled off the caster.
Oh, the staff?
Yeah. Well, and the book. Did you give the book to her already? I can't remember.
Yeah, she got the book.
I gave her the book I found. So
I'm going to hand the staff to Sarah to have her look at it before Pew, because knowing Pew,
Okay.
if she got her hands on it, it's never leaving.
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
I will look at that when I get out of the shower, I guess.
Yeah, anything else you guys are gonna do for the afternoon while you're waiting?
I mean, I guess
I'll clean up too. Yeah.
yeah. After I like wake up and Sarah's out of the shower, I'll take one.
I'm
there's
certain
multiple
Pew would
showers.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so y'all get showered and rested, exchange things that you want to exchange. So Sarah, if you get the wand, what are you gonna do with it?
Is it a wand or a staff?
I think it was a wand. Was it a staff? You guys remember more? I have to go back to the stupid page of stuff.
Yep.
It was, well, you don't, I mean, do you really know the difference between a wand and a staff? It's a thing. It's
a
a
thing.
wooden thing with like
I will-
tracery, I believe. It had like silver tracery.
I will take it and examine it.
Okay. So it is really quite pretty. Like the silver tracery, now that you're kind of looking at it more closely, looks like leaves with some like birds in it. It's quite nice.
I will ask Pew to see if the pair of blue stones I have are magical that I picked up like the first day we were in the
Oh, okay.
thing. And then
You got
what
blue
else did I get?
stones?
Yeah, translucent polished stones.
Oh,
I guess
okay.
gray white with a little bit of blue.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what they are, but I don't know if they're magical. I don't remember if I had her look at them yet either, but
I don't think so. But yeah, she checks everything out and she checks those out. She says, no, I think they're
Hey,
just normal
hey.
stones.
okay. I will. I guess I'll wait till Elizabeth's actually playing, but I'm gonna try to trade her the staff wand thing for the dagger.
Hey, didn't Sarah
I'll
have
let
it?
her play that.
Yeah, I have this too.
No,
Hey,
you have the one that
we do not
you have
growl
the
at
one that
people.
Card had. I had the other one that nice.
That's not magic.
Einstein, come here.
Mm-hmm.
Come here.
It's just a piece of wood. She's not going to trade you. I'm willing to bet that.
E-dog.
I mean, we can wait till she gets back, but I'm pretty willing to bet.
I'll just be like, well, it was like using it to cast its spells. Maybe you could do that. I don't know.
All right. Well, you'll have to take that up with her next week.
Yeah.
Come here.
Sorry about that. It's not my problem.
You're fine. Do you know if there's still someone in the common room?
So,
Do you know if there's still someone in the common room?
there's always someone in those.
Okay. All right, I'm good.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, stones are just normal. Sarah, you find that it's very pretty. Do you want to examine it for like long enough to really sort of kind of mess with it and stuff? Or just looking at it?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to attune to it. I've got nothing better to do while we wait.
Okay. So you don't feel like you're attuning to it at all or anything like that? Like there's no connection really? But you start kind of playing with it and trying to get a feel for it. And at one point, you, let's see. Okay, yeah. So at one point, you're just kind of playing with it, and you kind of like happen to do something. You're not really sure what, and like you hear a seagull, like right above you inside the house,
Weird.
like the seagull caw chirp, you know, the seagull sound.
Magic wand that makes bird noises? Huh. I'm gonna keep like waving it around, trying to do it again.
Okay, so you do it again, and you hear like, except better because I totally failed at that, like a chicken's cluck.
That's very strange.
I like it.
You got
I'm just gonna keep doing this for a while.
one.
Okay, so you're gonna keep doing it? All right, roll a d20.
Okay. Rolling d20.
Yeah.
How do I have a feeling about this?
Okay, so
Ooh.
all of a sudden, your cool bird call staff just explodes into feathers.
What?
Like the whole thing explodes into feathers.
And it's gone.
Awesome.
Oh,
Oh, that's fantastic.
that's a really amazingly useless thing, but kind of awesome.
Well, that's what happens when you roll a 1 and you've expended all the charges.
Duh.
Oh my goodness.
You had a wand of bird calls, you lost a wand of bird calls.
I'm gonna go find a bag to clean up feathers.
Okay.
Well, at least you had some fun.
You got really cool bird calls in the meantime. Like there was a duck, there was a goose, there was like a chickadee. I love that the first time it ever ran out of charges, it was killed.
See, if I ever give you a magic item again.
Well, it's not like we're like, darn it, we really could have used those bird calls.
Who knows? Maybe you could have found a good use for 'em.
Okay, treasure wooden silvery wand of bird calls. Exploded. That was a short-lived experiment.
Cool.
Okay.
I love it.
I no longer have to write down the staff of bird calls. It's gone.
Bye-bye, magic bird calls.
Well, I imagine that after a nap and, after a shower and a longish nap, it may be getting towards dinner time now.
Yeah, so you guys managed to, you waste the rest of the afternoon destroying wands and various other things. And around, like, towards probably dinner time, Julie and family comes in the door.
Oh, good.
And they see you, and Julie is, if you guys are like somewhere all together, I don't know, maybe not because Sarah might be hiding in shame. I don't know.
I think Sarah's still trying to clean up all the feathers.
It was like goose down, like it's everywhere. Yeah, so Julie sees you all and is, or however many of you she sees, and oh, you're here. We thought that you wouldn't be back.
Yep, we're back.
Well, last I heard you were arrested.
Why is that? And where is Elaine?
We've been looking for Elaine. That's where we've been today. I didn't think you'd be back. I'm sorry. I would have left a note. She disappeared yesterday. And we haven't seen her since.
You guys been scavenging food also? Looks like there's some new groceries.
Yeah, the kids have been doing that.
Cool.
They're not surprisingly good at it.
I wandered back into the room now.
Okay.
Did Elaine say anything before she disappeared?
No, she just left yesterday morning.
Did you see her go?
No, I went upstairs to go find her and wake her up for breakfast, and she was gone.
Was she also under the impression we weren't coming back?
She might have been. We knew you got arrested.
Yeah, that's the thing. We got released because apparently everyone sucks at dealing with monsters, so they wanted our help.
Oh, so you're fighting monsters instead of being in jail? Like
Something
work
like that.
release?
At the
Yeah.
moment, it seems to be that way.
All right. I'm glad that you're back. She like gives you a hug.
It's a good thing we cleaned up.
She might not have hugged you otherwise. So, are you off? Are you free?
I think we have to go back for a court date at some point. And we'll see. I mean, the attorneys are going to do what attorneys do, but
And we have Q's very expensive attorney.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah, we should probably talk to him.
yeah.
But I mean, we've really been absolutely model, I don't know if prisoners is the right word, but we have been doing everything the police have asked us to do. We've been cooperating and helping a lot.
Okay. Does that get you off of murder charges?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I certainly
I
haven't
don't
heard
think
of it,
so.
but you
I'm
know,
gonna go over to the
times
kitchen and
being what
start
they are.
snacking.
Okay. Luckily, there's much more food now.
I'm gonna look and see if I can find anything indicating where Elaine might have gone.
Okay. What are you looking for specifically?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But he'll know it when he sees it.
Roll an investigation check with disadvantage then. Wow.
Yeah,
That is the most
disadvantage did
even
a whole lot.
disadvantage I've ever seen. Okay, so in looking, you start sort of going through her room, trying to find if she like left anything or if there's anything that she might have done to indicate where she might be. You find sort of slid under the bed as if she had it in the bed and it fell and sort of slid under an old postcard from Leo to her and her mom.
Oh, okay. So she might have gone back there.
No, that's the only thing you find. Everything else she's cleaned up really well.
Okay.
That's at least closer. Like, I'm glad she's not trying to walk all the way to Portland.
Are
Like,
phones working right now?
You can
We're still in
try.
magic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
if it's
are
still in
magic.
magic.
Landline.
Yeah.
Landlines
We
have
could
got better
just
luck with.
go
Okay.
over there. His house isn't very far.
Yeah, I may as well head
Yeah.
over there.
yeah,
I'll go with.
same.
Okay.
And a quick thing, did I get the survival book from Leo last time, or did we just talk about it? I can't remember. I thought I got it from
survival
him.
book?
I think
'Cause
you
he said,
got it
"We gotta
from
have
him.
this."
Yeah, I think you got a survival book.
Okay, cool.
And Pew wants to stay home and keep showering because she's just disgusting. She's been showering like, all afternoon.
Hey, before we go, I would talk to Sarah and say, hey, you can come if you want, but Leo's her avatar, and maybe we don't want to deal with that.
I think I might.
She purposely didn't come last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with that strategy.
Cool. All right, later.
I'm going to like stick my head in the shower and ask you if I can borrow one of her spell books to read.
What one?
Look at the kobold one.
Oh, yeah, you can borrow that. Just don't read my notebook.
Oh,
She's in the shower. How's she gonna know?
What she said.
well, now I'm just curious as to what's in this magic spell book, but I will behave.
Okay. All right, so those of you who are going to Leo's house, make your way to Leo's house. And you get there. What you gonna do?
Knock.
Okay. So you knock on the door, and a minute later, one of Leo's like servants that you recognize, if not really know, opens the door and sees you all and says, "Oh, weren't you in jail? We thought you were arrested."
Wow, news travels fast for not having any internet.
We
How
were
are-
arrested. We weren't in jail. I guess
Hey,
we were briefly.
did the little one of his come back here?
Oh, Elaine, yeah, she's here.
Cool.
Oh, good.
Cool.
Can I go see her?
You can. She's been pretty upset. But yeah, you
Okay.
can just don't upset her more. She's had a rough time.
Well, honestly, it makes more sense to let her stay here anyway.
I mean, she was pretty much like sobbing in my arms the night we left.
Yeah.
Not that any of you know that, but
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so you go in to see Elaine, and she's in what seems to be her room. She's got all her stuff, what little stuff she has, plus some other stuff like you think it's been decorated for her a little bit.
hmm
And she's just kind of reading. She's just reading a book, just hanging out in there.
I'm not in jail.
And she looks up and sees you.
way to lead with that.
That's
good.
what everyone else thinks.
Um,
Eh,
are you going to jail again?
Not if I can help it.
But you might.
It's possible.
Why did you go to jail?
They think we killed somebody.
Did you?
Sort of.
So you might go to jail.
I'm assuming I'm not in the room, so
Yeah, did you
I'm
follow
not
him?
in this room either.
But we were worried when he disappeared.
Well, I just wanted to be with somebody I knew.
That makes perfect sense.
And I know I should have told
And
Julie, and she's been really nice to me.
Him. It's the same guy.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry about
and
the
outside a
bark.
window a dog barks.
And there's a loud bark out the window when you both sort of jump and look over. Where'd that dog come from? But
yeah, you know people here. This would be a good place for you to stay for now.
okay. I mean, Julie's
But-
nice, but the kids are kind of wild.
Yeah,
Mm.
this makes sense for you.
I don't know them, and Uncle Leo's really great.
I'm glad you're doing better.
Uh-huh.
So, you can stay here as long as you want, or at least until I know what is going on with my situation.
Okay, did it? Okay.
I'm sorry I worried you.
Okay.
Or you were worried for whatever reason. Probably not all us.
For whatever reason, as if it's completely incomprehensible why she would be worried.
Didn't
Oh, I
you
mean, there's
say
probably a lot more than just us.
that maybe we could go to Portland soon?
As soon as I legally can.
Is that
You don't
when's
want me
that
leaving
gonna
the
be?
city yet.
I just miss my home.
I'll take you there as soon as I can.
Okay. I'll just stay here. Is that okay? Does Uncle Leo okay with it?
I will ask.
Okay.
I have not talked to him yet.
He let me stay here, but he keeps saying that he's not in charge of me because Mom wanted you to be in charge of me, and so yeah.
I'll go talk to him.
Okay.
In the meantime, I would have tried to find Leo,
Yeah.
Okay.
talk to him about stuff.
Okay, you were able to fairly easily find Leo. The servants all knew where he was. And he was just like in the living room or whatever. He's just also just kind of reading a book and hanging out. And looks up when you get in. Oh, Rusty, you're back.
Yeah, ta-da! Not in
Welcome
jail.
back. Did you find Elaine?
I think James was going upstairs to talk to her.
Okay. She
we
just
came
showed
over
up
'cause we had-
yesterday and she was quite distraught.
Yeah, we hadn't been able to get back yet. So we got picked up because cops found out about what happened at Sanctuary, and
Yeah, I thought that might be it. I'm sorry.
yeah, and then they let us out because they wanted help killing some lizard things, and
Well, apparently you've been running into all the animals.
we not just animals, we ran into another avatar.
Oh,
The assistant district attorney, in fact,
is the avatar for who?
it's
Justice.
justice, right? Justice.
Yeah.
Seems fitting.
Yeah, except he wants us to go on trial for explaining why we killed an avatar, even though he knows it was an avatar. But with the public, we're trying to sort that whole thing out. You're Rich. Do you have any way to help? We have Hughes' attorney, but I don't know if there's anything you could do
I
that
have
might help the
more
situation.
attorneys if you need a different team.
Mm.
So
He did
I
ask,
think I
so
was here too, but
yeah, you'd be here probably also.
yeah. I also wonder, instead of just attorneys, since you actually have, first of all, you asked us to go to Sanctuary, but more importantly, since you are an avatar, I feel like you could back up our story.
I sort of think
To
it's
him,
probably a
but
bad idea
most
to
people
run
aren't
into
gonna know
another
over here.
avatar.
No, but can't you come up with something you can say in our defense?
I mean, the attorney did ask if we knew anything else about them. Maybe explaining that we heard about Action Movement and what they were planning to do. But if you have evidence that they were,
That would actually hurt
if you
our
had,
case.
well, if maybe,
That you went in predisposed to murder, probably.
yeah.
If
I mean,
you're, what are you saying? That it was manslaughter, heat of passion,
we were saying it was
Self-defense.
self-defense.
self-defense? Then you probably don't want me to
I
say
mean,
that I sent you there
we're
to
trying to figure out
get
that,
rid of the leader.
basically, I feel like if we show up in court, we're done, unless we get a deal first.
So you want me to get in touch with this prosecuting attorney?
I mean, I don't know what will work, but I just, we're going to try to
They're the
talk
ones
to
who make the deals,
the
correct?
phones aren't working yet, but we're going to try to get the attorneys to talk and see if we could sort something out.
All
I'm
right.
not super confident, but I've seen where I farm, I've seen a lot of people, go to get picked up for a lot smaller things and never come back. So,
And I have seen many people get arrested for much larger things and get out with no problem. So, yes, the attorney makes all the difference in connections. So I will put my connections to use as much as I
Awesome.
can. I can't promise anything, but
Thank
but
you.
where
Yeah,
is
that'd
are
be-
you? Do you have to go back to that stupid little town to get tried?
They were going to try to do it down here because they apparently their
I don't
municipal
think there's a
structure isn't
functioning
really
system
functioning up
anywhere
there.
else.
That it's only somewhat functioning down here even.
All right, so you'll be local.
Yeah, so we got arraigned here locally,
All right.
and that's
It's
going to be
likely
we're in
that
town.
someone on my team knows the judges.
Yeah, I mean, if there's, well, look, you know me. I don't care what it is, as long if we can get it sorted. I'm fine with it. So
All right, I'll work on it. And
That would be-
where's that avatar of yours? Is she all right still? Did she get in a fight with his justice person?
No, we actually managed to avoid that, thankfully. It got a little close.
That was good.
yeah, it was some tense moments because he's not just the ADA. We met him when we went in to clear out a business up on the north end of the lake, because he was part of the SWAT team, and the dude is enormous. He fights like hard, but the guy's like a man and a half. He's stacked.
So I don't want to take him on in battle,
He,
is what you're saying.
I mean, like if you could fly, I mean, he probably can only reach like 11, 12 feet up. Dude's like
Also,
7 feet tall.
I haven't yet learned that one. I'll work on it.
Also, Leo, what are you talking about with battle? I thought you said you weren't getting involved in the Avatar
I'm not
fighting
planning
stuff.
to, but if he comes after me,
yeah, so be careful. I mean, he's treated us really fairly, all things considered.
right.
Except that he still keeps getting on my case about smashing some windows to save a bunch of
He
lives.
was real pissed about those windows, even though I was with those lizard things. Anyway, and there was dead bodies in there already, and whatever.
Are you on trial for those as well?
Hell.
No.
Okay.
So the monsters they don't care
Great
about.
pastry massacre.
The monsters were killing things in the neighborhood, and they did a public call out for people to help. So we went and responded to that.
I
You got
see.
me.
We were already officially working with the police at that point, so.
But he seemed to think that, like, the fact that we would break windows is some sort of testament to the fact that we're these lawless people. When I'm like, we broke windows to save lives. I felt very, very, like, I don't know, attacked by this person.
ADAs tend to be fairly judgmental.
He's he's an interesting one. But just be aware. just in case. So
All right. So you said he fights like Card. So he has
Yeah.
healing and
seems
just
like he does the same sort of stuff. Yeah.
destroys things.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Has a huge friggin' hammer. It was a hammer, right? It was a big mace.
I think it was a big
But he had them
mace.
all or something.
No, I mean I can check.
Is that right? Or was it a sword? I can't remember.
I think it was mace. Josh, are
But
you
I'll give
still there? Tell
I'll give a
us.
pretty
Yeah, are
graphic
you still in
description. I'll give a pretty graphic description of the character, the
Okay.
Goliathness of him.
It was a mace. Yes.
Yeah.
I have a mace.
Um,
He gets it after that delay, man.
Thanks, Chad.
Okay. I know there's a delay. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll describe him and just be like, so, I mean, probably unlike other avatars you might meet in stuff, he's probably not going to just immediately murder you,
All right.
Yeah,
That's
no.
good.
especially if he knows who you are. But there's no no guarantees in this world, I guess.
Right. Well, where is he?
He was up north, living up in, oh gosh, what was the neighborhood? Kenmore area?
That was where we went to get the kobolds in the first place. I can't remember if he
Yeah,
was
he
there.
was a little ways away from it. I'll kind of describe the general area and say that he works in the DA's office. So
Okay. I will.
if you're going to go
endeavor
poking
to
around, just be
avoid
warned.
that area.
Yeah. So, have you heard?
Alright.
You said school is back up and running, right?
Oh yes. Well,
they-
some of them. Your school, yes.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only one I care about.
I don't know.
Are
I thought maybe
are
you're
they-
talking about Elaine.
I mean, maybe we try to get her. I don't know.
I think she's a bit young.
Yeah, she's a little young, but if they're academy was honestly pretty good for me. Frankly, I got fed. I had a room. Like, can't complain that much. Do you know if they're doing? Do you know if they have anything going on with magic stuff? Like, if their people have abilities and they're learning things?
I haven't checked in specifically. It's more my parents' deal. But I could go look. I could go ask.
Yeah, I mean, we've been a bit busy, but yeah, I haven't had a chance to study any of the stuff you gave me before, even because we've been busy getting arrested, I guess. So
Don't do that
One way
again.
of putting it.
yeah,
So, wasn't there also a time when you beat up some cops in front of my house?
I mean, yeah, like
They haven't brought that up yet?
I almost wish
Um,
they would.
yeah, I kind of wish they would.
I keep forgetting. No, I'm not actually there yet. I keep forgetting that.
You're
I
still
I mean,
chatting
we've
with
been
Elaine?
talking for a while, but yeah. I mean, yeah, I thought when we got arrested, it might have been for that, but I was kind of hoping it was for that because
It's
murder
much more
seems a
minor.
little worse. Yeah, well, in the situation, they were mugging underclassmen and abusing their power, and I mean, let's be honest, they really deserved it. So
Also, I totally healed them and made sure that they didn't get killed. So, yeah.
I mean, who knows what else happened to him? Because we left to head up to Sanctuary, and then the big die-off happened. Do you know how many folks
True.
passed in that? By the way, I mean, it seemed
I
like,
don't think there are any numbers.
but like, does anybody have a ballpark? Because we haven't quite gotten our heads around it yet with everything
Like,
going
is it
on.
around half the people
That's
or
what I've been
fewer or
hearing
more?
is about half.
Wow, that's a lot.
Oof.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. Yikes.
I've been mostly staying at home because the city is still falling apart. Did you see the Space Needle?
Yes, quite up
Yeah,
close.
Oh,
We went up there and Pew domed herself on a rock. It was pretty ridiculous. Yeah.
that girl.
Yeah, she's something else. Yeah. Anything? Yeah. Thanks for whatever assistance you can provide.
Of course. And if
And
you need anything, always, I'm here.
yeah, we'll be in touch. Yeah, we got to get this business sorted out because it's awful. So
I feel like we should also try and check in soon to see whether they've made any progress finding construction workers so that we can keep, not skip out on our parole.
yeah, we might have to. I mean, they know where we're staying, so at least
Yeah.
they could come down and get us. But until radios, until power's back on, we can't really do much. Short
Yeah,
of
I
just
feel
hang
like
out,
going
which
in
fuck that.
well, I feel like going in and checking in ourselves again is, a good show of good faith.
That is a long ass walk.
It is. That is true.
I mean, I say we use the radio and the telephone when those work again, and
Okay, fair enough.
and they'll send someone down if they need our help.
Yeah, it is a really long walk.
So
Okay.
All right. So at some point, James, I assume you make it downstairs
Yeah.
to chat with Leo.
So
Well,
okay, if Elaine stays here for a while.
Oh, she's always welcome, but I know her mother was quite insistent that I was not the right guardian for her.
Oh yeah, she wants to go down to Portland, and I'm quite happy to take her, but we can't leave right now.
Oh, of course not. So you just
So-
want her to stay here until... Can you not...
For the immediate future,
Okay.
if that's all right. She seems
Yes,
more
of
comfortable
course.
here than
Like I
anywhere
say,
else.
she's always welcome here. I just... I'm trying to follow her mother's wishes.
I've never been to Portland. Is it nice?
It's fine, yeah.
Hmm.
It's different. Hillier.
When
More bridges that may
when
have
there
fallen down.
when there was still technology, they had pretty darn good public transportation for the state.
Hmm. Yeah. That could be fun to check out.
Yeah, well, let's see whether we can work out this mess, and then I would love to help Elaine get somewhere too.
All right.
Yeah, I let her know I'd take her once we're allowed to leave.
It's good.
Okay. So you don't want to take care of her in the meantime?
Well,
No,
we're
she just
we're
seems
literally
more
on
comfortable
parole.
here.
Like, I don't know what you want us to
We're
do.
not
And
around a lot.
All right.
I mean, we could sit on our hands and do nothing, but I feel like that's a waste.
All right. No, I'm just checking with you. You don't need to get defensive.
Okay.
She's a sweet girl who's been through a difficult time. So I think we all just want what's best for her.
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't wish that on anyone. I mean, I'm not a sweet girl. And it was still rough for me. And I saw it coming. So
Has she learned any more magic?
Yes, I've been working with her. She picked up some from Pew apparently.
God, does everybody know magic?
And so I've been
I throw my hands up and walk out.
Oh.
All right, meanwhile, back at the homestead, Sarah, are you attempting to learn Cobalt language? Is that what you're doing? Or you can't talk because you're in hiding?
Sorry, I had it muted. So I could have an argument with my dog. I'm sad I don't have a magic bird wand anymore.
Oh.
But I'm studying my
pretty
spell
cool.
book.
Okay. So you're studying it with the intent of learning a language? Or just
Yeah, I'm
studying
not
it?
trying to learn kobold.
Okay.
Get better understanding.
Since you have
of-
the language abilities.
Yeah, I want to know more about these critters because we
Okay.
spent a lot of time dealing
And
with them.
actually, it could be nice to understand what they're yelling all the time.
Yeah, I don't know if reading will help me with that, but every little bit counts.
Okay. So by the time, I mean, I don't know, are you guys all going back after this conversation, or are you still
I figure we're
have
heading
anything
back
Yeah, I
off
mean,
to
that's
do
the-
where
or talk
people know to
about or
find
whatever?
us.
Okay.
I'll hang out with Elaine for a while.
Okay. Yeah. So you spend some
I mean,
time with
I'll-
Elaine, and
I'll
she's
probably just like stick around the library or something.
okay.
I also go and check on her a little bit and give her a hug and ask how she's holding up and like, play some songs for her, play some cards with her or something.
Okay. So she warms up a little bit at that point, but with James, she's still pretty like reserved.
Okay.
Then once you start sort of playing for her, she warms up a little bit, but she's still not like exuberant by any means.
Well, that's understandable.
Okay. So yeah, by the time you get home, Sarah, you feel like you have a pretty rudimentary understanding of how to read this. It's complicated because it also seems to be written like there's all these crazy glyphs and like maybe some kind of arcane language on top of everything. But you feel like at least you have a better idea what's going on with you don't get any feel for like the actual lizard people, but you definitely get more of a feel for what you think they're talking about. Like it's just spells
Yeah.
and stuff. It's nothing like it's not a journal by any means.
But if I see some writing on the wall, I might be able to interpret
I might
that.
be able to interpret it. Yeah. You'd be a lot closer to being able to than you were before.
That's fair.
That's handy.
Okay. So is that all you're doing for now?
I think so.
Okay.
That's all for me.
Okay. We forgot to take a break, so you guys want to take a break right now?
Yeah, I could use
Sure.
a restroom break.
Okay. Yeah. So can I. That's why I was like, oh yeah, huh, it's 8. Oops. All right. So we a break for about 5 minutes or so, and then we'll be back.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I
Sounds
will go
good.
to the break screen. I will not mute you guys. So if you want to talk to chat, you are more than welcome to do so. If you want to mute yourself, you are more than welcome to do so. And we'll be back in a little bit.
Okay.
Alrighty.
See you shortly.
Bro. Random guy left. Einstein tried to eat him. No, he walked out, and then when he walked back in, Einstein went. And he looks at him. He's like, "Ooh, good dog."
And then left.
He checked the sport basketball game, and then left. Yeah. Moving has made Einstein squirrely even by Einstein standards.
That's too bad.
Yeah,
Where
I have
are
to go
you
out of
now?
town this week, so.
Oh no.
Out of town? Yeah, our landlord was selling my little house, so we are now in a studio apartment downtown.
With a border collie.
With a border collie.
It's always a good combination.
Who has discovered that if he boops the pedals on the elliptical, they spin, and is now having a lot of fun with that. And now we're not going to do it.
No, I can't quite see. Camera's a little low. So just let me know when you're ready, Laura, since you're eating. I don't know if you want to eat or not.
Rob. Killing me, Squirrel.
I'm okay. I'll try to eat quietly.
Okay, yeah, up to you. All right.
Is my mic picking up my chewing?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
All right, then we will go back to the cameras. Damn, that didn't work quite right. Let me try again. Hey, that's better. I have to click on so many things before I can switch scenes. I finally learned to click on Roll20. Now I also have to click on Discord for the right windows to show up. All right. So, that's why I leave them unmuted now, because it was always amusing to like listen to people talk. And I was like, I'm just going to not mute them.
You're muted now.
No, I shouldn't be.
Okay, I saw you talking
lost
for a
you for a
minute there,
second.
not hearing anything.
Oh.
Hey, stop licking the treadmill. The things that come out of my mouth. Oh, come here. Come here. My life, man.
Dog's crazy.
Yeah, we already knew that.
All right. So, where were we? It was like 5 minutes ago. I don't remember anymore.
Waiting to see if anyone's going to contact us.
Oh, that's right. You're just waiting for an update.
Yeah, we were heading back to the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're just here back to the house. Everybody's there. And you just so you've got some time to waste or spare if you guys want to do anything, or else we can just sort of speed ahead to whenever they get in touch with you.
I'm probably going to read the survival book, and when nobody is around, go down into the basement and look at all the supplies they have.
Okay.
Get really familiar with them.
Okay.
I'm
Anyone
still
else?
practicing my songs.
Okay. Gotta do that regularly as a musician.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else have anything they want to be doing, or You're good? Okay.
I'll keep reading books.
Okay. Yeah, so you continue to attempt to familiarize yourself. Do you work with Pew on it or just on your own?
I think I do a little bit with her if she has nothing better to do.
Because she'd probably have some insights into like what some things were, and between the two of you, you probably could pretty well translate most of the spells.
Pour over it
I
together.
may not be able to cast anywhere near as well as them, but I'm gonna check out what they're doing anyway.
Okay.
I'll hang out in the room and read my book with like proximity to all them.
Okay. Just hang out. Okay. Yeah, so a couple days pass pretty uneventfully. You're surprised that it's taking so long, but considering all the craziness, maybe not surprised. And you, so yeah, you guys managed to get the spellbook mostly translated, so Pew can have that when she gets back. And you get pretty comfortable with the written lizard people language, and learn to differentiate what's like arcane and what's lizard. Or you think you maybe have. And other than that, just pretty normal. And sort of settle into routine. The kids like go off every day and like come back with food, wherever they got it from. Who knows?
I will ask
Not ask too many
my
questions.
oldest cousin at some point and ask her if she's getting anything else interesting.
Okay. So she like, what do you mean something else interesting? Mom said we should get food.
I'll like make sure we're out, like maybe out back or somewhere by ourselves,
Okay.
and just be like, hey, you know how I told you not to steal things from here, but I didn't care about other places?
Mm-hmm.
You find any good shit or what?
Yeah. There's so much good stuff around here. This is the best place.
Tell me what these other places have.
Well, they have everything. Like, what do you want?
Well, which ones are empty, first of all?
Oh, yeah. So, she like kind of draws you like a little neighborhood map and like, so this one's empty and this one I think is empty, but sometimes there's somebody there, so I don't know if they live there or if they're just like squatting there. And this one's empty and this one's empty and this one's empty. So like a lot of them are empty and there's so much stuff. But like I can't bring it home and wear it because then Mom would see.
Did you bring some home anyway?
I didn't wear it.
Well, duh.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're smarter than that. But
Yeah.
there's big stuff too, like cars and all kinds of things.
Well, yeah, no, there's cars.
Sweet.
I mean, a couple of them don't have cars, but there's some. And like there's TVs and stuff.
Yeah, those are useless now.
Yeah. I mean, cars kind of work sometimes, I guess. But yeah, there's so much stuff. It's great.
Cool. Good to know.
Yeah,
you
and in one
promised me-
place,
and you've still not been stealing from here, though, right?
nope.
I told you. Look, if you took anything, just put it back. There's plenty to steal from everywhere else. Okay.
But he doesn't even notice. He's drunk all the time.
Could you lie
What'd you
down?
take?
Well,
Good God.
promise you won't tell Mom
Yes.
or Pew.
Depends on what it is. Maybe.
It's just her dad's. I didn't steal anything from her. I know she's like your girlfriend or whatever.
Anyway, what is it?
So he has this really, or he had this really cool like glass eagle thing that was on his bookshelf, and it was like dusty. He never even knows it's there, and I took it, and he's never said anything.
Okay. Don't take anything else because you clearly have other places to get stuff.
I just
So-
really liked the eagle.
Fine.
Okay. I didn't take
I
any
would-
of his alcohol,
I would still prefer if you put it back, but
but then what if I put it like in the hall, and then we could at least see it?
Like, look, they're being like, honestly, they're probably saving our lives, mine and these guys. So we can't screw with them, even if it's something small. I mean, yeah, put it somewhere, look at it, pick it up and play with it if you want. Just don't steal stuff from here, okay?
Well, like we're living here, so is it stealing?
I mean, if you, yeah, but like, you know what I mean. Even if you go
Fine.
hawk other things, don't do that with,
No, I wouldn't. I really like it. That's why I wanted it.
yeah. So just, also thanks for getting food, because I am hungry all the time.
I know. Since you
And
got
I
back, we
go
have to
to-
get so much more food.
Well, maybe we'll go out and help scavenge for food one of these days with you.
Okay, it's getting harder, you know. There's like less food. And the fridges are disgusting.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's really not fun. But mom like makes us look in them anyway, just in case.
Yeah, I just go back and start snacking on something they just brought back,
Okay.
and then go about my day. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So after whatever else happens, a couple days later, the dog whines.
Sorry about my canine kennel.
And you sort of hear knock knock on the door. It's like noonish. Oh, and it's also like switched back to tech and then back to magic, and now it's back to tech again because it's been a couple days.
Oh, we would have called the attorney.
Oh, right, when it was tech.
Yeah.
Okay. So you talked to him, and he said that he was working on getting a court date. Unless you said you wanted to do something else, like you wanted to try to get a
I would
deal or
have
whatever.
specifically, say, look, like, you know how it looks. Like, this is important. We need a deal before we go in there, because I know what happens to people.
Yeah, I can definitely talk to the ADA about that. See what they say, because they're the ones who have all that authority.
I mean, I don't know how much money. Well, I know they have a lot. But if there's a way we can make, like, I don't know, a contribution to someone's campaign or something to make this go away, that'd be cool
We'll
too.
put out some feelers.
Just saying. I mean, that's probably, even just for Pew herself, that's probably worth it for her dad. So,
Oh,
but,
trust me, he's already been on that.
yeah. So, all right.
We're working on it.
So,
I am having nothing to do with that.
You were not part of
I
that
mean, it would've been-
conversation.
like, that would have been, yeah, I wouldn't have probably let Ronya or Card overhear that.
Just like blissfully practicing guitar somewhere else.
Yeah. Okay, so I said we
So-
were in tech again, right? When
Tech
you
and
get
then
the
magic
knock-knock.
and then tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Just for my own knowledge. Okay, so they knock knock on the door. And the kids are out scavenging because it's the middle of the day.
Figure if one of us is nearby, we answer.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and you find the cops at your door.
Yay!
And one that you recognize, like they're one of the ones that you talked to after you finished the last time with the Cobalt Cave.
Okay.
And he says, "Oh, you didn't skip town. I'm well impressed. We found some excavators for you. And you said you wanted them to not go in without you, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it's dangerous. Are they ready to go?
They will be by the time we get there if we leave now, yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
Transport for us?
Yeah. We
Walking.
have the car right here.
Oh, great, because that's a long walk.
That's why we waited till
Yeah,
the technology
let's,
worked again before we came down to get you.
I mean, I'll grab everyone else, but we've been, kind of hanging out to see when, that'd be ready to go. Yeah, I'll just gather everybody, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I want to do as much as I can to help.
And I
Okay.
basically have like snacks in my bag, and that's it.
Okay. Otherwise empty.
Yeah, it's empty, ready for
Okay.
more stuff. Oh, yeah, I need to ask about all that stuff I got from last time, but yeah.
Okay.
So
All right. Oh, by the way, did anybody ever like note that the wand disappeared into a flurry of
Anybody
fires?
what?
You cut out
sorry,
again.
you cut out.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Did anybody like note that the staff of Bird Call disappeared? Or care?
Yes. That's
Just
why I
since
said
this
I'm never
also-
giving her a magic item again.
Okay.
Well, I noticed, obviously.
Right. I just wondered if there was any fallout, but that's fine.
I
Okay.
gave the other one to Pew. I don't know if she can like cast with it or anything.
I thought you were gonna
I
wait
said-
and hold out and maybe trade it for a dagger.
I mean, I was gonna probably give it to her and guilt her into it or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
He's just gonna give it to her and then use it to trade for other things.
Okay. All right. So you guys get in the car. You make your way to the back up to the Cobalt place. They have to like take some back roads because some of the roads are like jammed up again because apparently people drive when the tech is working and then it stops and so then like all the cars are in the road again. So there's like it's kind of like a maneuvering to get up, but you eventually make it up. Also because the highways and roads have gotten so like just torn up, there's also like it's a very bumpy ride. Like it's very potholy. They do a lot of swerving. It's not like it's just drive down the road.
The city is falling apart.
Yeah, very much. And so you get up there and they have set up like they've got some like full on like excavators with like jackhammers and various tools and equipment and they're just kind of waiting by the entrance.
Okay.
Has there been
Yeah.
any activity? Like, has we seen any?
No? I mean, if you hadn't told us they were still in there, we'd have thought it was empty. So thanks for being honest. We appreciate that.
We try our best.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well,
And-
let's go on in. I think I'm ready.
Stay behind us.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Are you sure? I mean, you're just kids. We can go in the head.
We can
We
handle
know what we're
ourselves.
doing now.
Um,
You don't. Stay.
you're yeah. I mean, you guys are good at what you do. We're good at killing those things. So
Let us do what we do, and
on,
you do what
boys.
you do.
Follow you down
Yeah, well,
or in. I guess
lead
it's
them
not.
in.
Yeah. So then you get it's just empty. It stinks to high hell in here. After like 2
There's a
days
lot
of
of
rotting
corpses.
cobalts and spider corpses.
Wee.
But you managed to make it back to like the hole in the ground that you found, before without any incident. There's no new anything, just smelly grossness. And they kind of look at the hole and like, oh, no kidding, it's small. See if we can get things down here. It's gonna be a little hard.
I'll just help.
Yep. And then I could figure a couple of us at least, or all of us, will go through first
Yeah.
to get to their side, and then just let them do their thing. And
Okay.
maybe help pick stuff out of the hole on the other side.
Okay, so yeah, eventually y'all manage to make it through and then back up, and it's this whole big deal. It's like not easy with all the stuff they've got, and like they're kind of some of them are kind of big, so they have to like squeeze. So it's like not an easy process, but y'all managed to get through. Only one guy got left behind because he just couldn't fit. And
Yeah, well, they've also got equipment that could widen the holes.
well, they could, but they were like, do you want us to take that long about it? Because
I mean,
It'll
it's
take a
one
while.
guy. Yeah.
so they eventually get through and they get to, you all make it up to where the cave-in is and there's still dead bodies, nothing new. And they kind of look at it.
The new people get caught or can they see the fake wall trap?
think
Do you
it's
take
gone
them
now,
that way? Because that's not like, because the other one got
that's
dispelled,
true.
the one on the way. The other one's like
Yeah.
not on the way to the cave-in.
I kind of wish I figured it out and didn't spell it.
Just to get them caught in
Never
it.
Never mind. We're probably not going over there again.
Okay, so nope, they do not get caught.
I will check and see if anything's caught in it. By that,
Oh,
like
okay.
where
What, like a
card was stuck.
squirrel?
I'll just look and see if, like, if someone got stuck there.
No, just
Kind
a
of
clear
out of
hallway.
curiosity. All right. So, and I'll describe to them what was there, and then like all that stuff.
Okay. I
Yeah.
say, all right. Well, you kids go back a ways 'cause it's gonna be loud, and I don't want you to hurt your ears.
Okay. If
I heard the
you
man.
if you create an opening, be careful because there might be dangerous things right there. So once there's a hole we can fit through, we'll probably go through. And if you want to keep clearing out, that's fine. But just be advised.
All right.
We'll
Yeah, I'm gonna stand
back off around.
somewhere like a bit away so that I don't get hit by debris or whatever, but then I'm gonna ready my hand crossbow to, if any kobolds appear, to fire at them.
Yeah, I'll be ready to stab
Yeah, like-
something. But
Angry
Right. Yeah, if
giant
you're that
lizards.
close, they're not gonna start working. They're like, no, we're not. You guys don't have proper air protection.
fine.
Back
let
it up,
him
guys.
back and keep an eye from like back down the hallway or
Okay, yeah, you have to be like quite a ways back before they're willing to do much.
But I mean, I can ready a crossbow, right? I mean, that's got quite a long range.
I mean, you could, but there's a curve in the tunnel,
sure.
Oh, okay.
and that's only
All
like
right,
30
well,
feet
wait.
away. They're not gonna let you be that close
Okay, fair enough.
because
Okay,
they're not gonna let you be that close.
okay.
Okay. So yeah, so you can't really even see. Like you have to be far enough back that
Right.
there's not much you can do. I said, well, we'll scream if anything comes up. Don't worry.
Good deal.
And
Sure.
after you go back as far as they think is potentially safe, and they're especially worried about it because it's also like enclosed area, so like they really want you just far away. Then you start hearing, and even where you are, it's like incredibly loud because like they're like running jackhammers and stuff in this enclosed space. It's like super loud.
Someone trying to dispel something?
Apparently.
No, I'm
Trying to dispel the loud noise.
do my spell sheet. It's fighting back.
If you click the
bad.
little thing that's like hide something that's like right above the spell card bit, there's like a little check mark thing that you can unclick or click. That is clicked automatically. So if you unclick it, then you can see the whole text if that's what you're trying to do.
No, I was just trying to mark what I have and put my spell slots back. But
Oh, okay. Never
I'm
mind.
good now. Moving on. I'll stop clicking.
I was trying to help, but I was not being helpful. Okay. So yeah, but then like it takes a long, like you're just sitting there with your ears start hurting even where you are, but eventually like the loud noises sort of stop and then you hear like pickaxes and sort of shovels and more handheld tool type stuff. And then eventually and they like had like there's a super long extension cord. Right.
What?
There's like a
Cut
super
out
long
again.
extension cord so they can like get the jackhammer working. So those things aren't like rechargeable. Like you have to have power.
Really need to make that cordless.
So yeah, so there's like all these like really long extension cords like everywhere through the tunnels. It probably looks really weird. But they do eventually like kind of call back like, all right, I think we're getting close to the end. If you guys want to get closer, then we can just do this by hand.
Yep, I get right up there.
Yeah, same. And this time I do ready my hand crossbow.
Okay.
I got my stick. My lizard bomber stick. Hi. Oh, dear.
Okay. So you guys, you're all like kind of crowded by the edge, waiting as they like sort of pick through the last bit of the cave in, and you see, I mean, you don't see light on the other side because it's dark, but you see that like they've gotten through. There's a hole now, and
Is it big enough to go through?
yeah, they managed to chip away enough that you can get through.
Can we see through it before we try and crawl through it?
There's no light on the other side, so if you have a way to do
I mean,
so,
I can see
absolutely.
in the dark, so I'll look through first, and then
Okay, so
I'm-
kind of back everybody off so you can actually see and you don't have like blinded night vision because of lights. It's like there's lots of like headlights and lights everywhere, so it'd be hard to see. But if you get everybody to like back up, so that it's not just like bright and blinding, you look through, and from the hole, really all you can see is just like that. There's that dead end of the cave where it turns right ahead of you. So you'd have to kind of go through in order to see around the corner.
Yeah, I'll go through and then
After
peek
you,
around the
Rusty.
corner. And just, probably stealthily just because I'm being sneaky. I mean, they know we're here, but...
You think
Yeah,
maybe?
not exactly. We weren't exactly stealthy opening the way up.
Yeah.
Okay, so do a stealth check if you want to be stealthy going around the corner. Okay. So you think you're stealthily going around the corner, peek around, and you see basically the same view that you saw before, but you don't see any kobolds in there. It's just open.
I wave them through so they can get through the hole, and then we can, go into the room together.
Okay. So
All right.
if you all want to show me your marching orders.
I'm going to be
Around
here,
the
but I
corner.
think someone's in
I'll
front of
go-
me. I'm not in front.
I'm first,
I'm gonna go.
apparently.
Well, I was gonna say I'd like to go first if I can get a light.
Yeah, I'm already there, so I don't know how wide it gets, but you might be able to sneak past me.
I'll take up the rear.
Okay.
Pew's
you guys
probably
putting
right next to
yourselves
me
in
if
there?
she can.
So
yeah,
are
we're going
you?
in.
So you are
I haven't-
getting you're lighting your way.
Okay, there we go.
I mean, everyone else needs lights except Sarah, so
I can turn my bracelet on.
Okay.
Pew's got a drift globe too.
She does. Actually, I don't think she does. I think she lent it to Jeremiah.
That's true.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, I would have assumed they would have gotten it out when they.
Oh,
Well, you haven't
Pew
seen
would-
him.
Pew would have identified that orb she got, and I would have asked
Oh.
what it was.
Yeah. So she thinks it's really funny because it's an orb that lets her tell what time of day it is outside when she
What?
holds it and thinks about it. She can know what time of day it is outside.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Real useful.
It is when you're in tunnels all the time, like kobolds.
Yeah,
And
I
you
guess.
don't have a mechanical watch, I guess.
Yeah.
As
I mean,
opposed
maybe-
to the bird wand, I mean,
I would have made a joke that it'll come in handy when she's in prison.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Just
Oh,
kidding. You always have to know what time it is there. Yeah, so we do the thing.
Okay. So you get around the corner and you look at the room, and the room appears to be empty. It's just a room, an empty room, but there is a hole on the other side, which presumably is where things came from / went to before.
that's where they came from and where they go.
Another hole?
Yeah.
Does this one go straight up because we know how bad we are at those?
Well, no, it goes straight down,
Oh,
and then through a little tunnel somewhere.
Hey, big man, did you want to lead this time? So maybe we're not.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
stuck.
first.
someone
Cool.
who's not Bronya and I should go first.
I don't know, it worked really well
I'm,
last
like,
time,
looking
you
at this
guys.
thing like, oh no, here we go.
I'm like, James, it'd be really cool if you could go down there and lift me down. I would appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm definitely going first this time.
All right, we got some nice ballet lifts down.
I'll go back to the excavators real quick and mention that this is all we need as long as it's not going to cave in on us again.
Oh,
if they-
okay. So you
mean,
want
we
us
don't
to
need the
come with
whole-
you, or just wait here?
I don't think you should come with us.
Maybe you can tell the cops that we found another way through here that we're going to explore.
Yeah, we're gonna keep clearing this place. But yeah, I mean that's really what we needed because it was too much work for us to do ourselves.
Thanks,
Okay.
guys.
Oh,
So-
all right. Well, you're welcome.
Yeah,
I mean, we're getting paid pretty well by the police force, but you're welcome. Are you sure you guys don't need? We could have them come back in, or give you a hand, or whatever.
no, we got this. We'll be all right. Just take care of your guys and stuff. I mean, you know what? You could stay in here as long as you want. Because I don't care how much you milk the clock on their dime. So, do you, but we're going in here and I don't think you should try to follow us. So just
All right. Well,
yeah.
maybe we'll stay here in case you need us. Just give us a holler and we'll come
sure.
help you out
Thanks.
if you need a hand with
You give
anything
us a
else.
holler if anything comes out that hole.
Okay. Yeah, we'll probably be screaming.
Cool. All right, let's go.
Okay. All right, so you guys go down the hole, and it's remarkably familiar because it's just like the last time. Like you're just going along this tiny tunnel, you kind of crawling down the tunnel, unless you're Ronya. And you get to the other side, and so you're just charging through, James? I assume you're not trying to be sneaky or stealthy about it?
Well, I'm not charging, but I'm not exactly trying to sneak either.
Okay.
Card doesn't do sneak.
Well, not to mention, again, the heavy construction equipment. We weren't subtle.
Right. No, I mean, obviously they know that you're in the area, but whether they would know that you were coming down the tunnel. But they do
Yeah.
if you're not being sneaky. Okay. So you kind of look up, how do you approach the end when you see like that's the end and probably there's a hole going back up?
I'll slowly move toward it with shield raised,
Okay.
so I can see, but back off quickly and block anything that might come flying at me.
Okay.
As soon as he's getting ready to do that, I'm assuming I'm going to jump out and stab something.
So what's your order?
I think
I'd
I
like
was,
to be second to last.
yeah, probably Card and then me, and then Pew, Ronya, and Sarah. Is that right?
That sounds sensible.
Okay. So you sort of, your shield ready, you work your way forward and kind of glance up and sort of duck back a little bit. And your light sort of streams up through the hole, and you just see like the ceiling of this bigger cavern, and like quite large, actually, probably the tallest cavern you've seen. Up there, but you don't really see anything else with the way your light is.
Okay.
Is there any map for this part?
There will be, but for now you really can only see ceiling. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
Checking there's nothing following us.
Okay, yeah, no. All quiet on the rear.
I'm just staying like in my line, in order in line, and following the people in front of me.
Okay, I'm going to climb up.
Okay.
Once he climbs up, I climb up immediately after.
All right, so James, when you get to where your like head goes up, you see that you are surrounded by lizard people.
You're cutting out again.
So
Really?
what? Yeah, you're cutting out a lot today.
Huh, that's weird. So when you get up to, because everything seems like my internet is uploading fine, so that's weird.
I thought it was my end.
So when you get to the top of the little tunnel thing, then you
It
like
happened again.
That's really strange because everything is fine on my end. Like totally fine. I have dropped 0 frames.
Well,
Oh,
keep
it
going.
might just be Discord, but I
Oh,
don't know.
maybe it must be Discord because Josh says he's hearing everything just fine and he's getting
And
it
it just
direct.
happened again.
Yeah.
Let me restart the call
Okay.
Okay.
because
I'm
it
really
has to
having
be
trouble
because it's not. Yeah, it has to be. All right. Let
Okay,
me
stand
hang
by.
up on y'all and then we can try redoing it. Okay. Or I can just hang up
Okay,
and
we're
try
back
again.
to the right places.
Hello.
Hello. Hopefully it's better now.
Well, for
I'll
that
hear you
sentence
for
at
the
least.
Well, that's good. All right. Now I've got
All right.
everything back up. All right. Well, maybe that will solve it. Hopefully that will solve it.
So, suspense. What happens when Tarek pokes his head out the hole?
He pokes his head out the hole and dies. No.
No.
He pokes his head out the hole,
Oops.
kind of looks up carefully, and finds himself. Wait, he can't see because he's not the one holding the light. He finds himself
do
in a
it.
dark place, and there.
Didn't do what we did before and got light cast on my weapon.
You didn't tell me you did.
That's why I was asking about, if I could get light cast.
All I
I
knew
never
was
heard-
Ronia turned her bracelet on. I didn't hear you say anything about getting
Yeah,
light
I didn't
cast.
hear you say anything about that either.
He asked about getting light,
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't know if we solidified anything. I'm just like, whatever I can see. I mean, it probably would have been weird that he was leading time.
Yeah. So if you want to like kind of recon a little bit, like you got light if somebody was willing to cast light for you.
I would be willing to do that again.
Okay.
I think I did it last time.
That
Okay.
makes sense then, because he was in the lead.
So now you can actually see when you look up there. I was like, wait, no, it's pitch black. You can't see anything. So
Congratulations, you have found more dark.
you get your like weapon up and you look around because you kind of have to climb up, so it's like your head pops up and you find that you are surrounded by like 4 kobolds who are all holding slings and they all shoot at you as soon as they see your head.
Okay.
I mean, that's kind of expected.
Yeah. I mean, yes.
So let me pull them up.
I was even considering casting Shield of Faith first, and I totally should have.
All right.
Still live.
So let's see, and they all have advantage because they're all next to each other. So we get
Well, that obviously
first
is.
one hits with a crit. So for 7 damage, and the second one, I think misses. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a miss.
And the third one, oh, jeez. It's with a crit.
They're rolling well.
Yeah, they are. They were ready.
I got this
They
shit.
certainly had time to prepare.
Yeah, but the last
That
one
one did
misses
not.
like completely. Like they just almost shoot their friend. And let me show you what you see.
Yay, we get to see.
You get to see. So you see you're in this little room, but it's really tall, so it's just over to the right of what you have seen before. And yeah, you see 4 little cobots just chilling there.
Oh, over there. Okay, just a second.
Yeah,
Let
to
me
the
move
right.
We should
it.
probably have initiative at this point.
Yeah, they just all got attacks opportunity because like your head popped up in their line of vision.
Well, ready to actions anyway.
Yeah, right. Ready to action. That's what I meant. Okay, so yeah,
I want to finish my move and then attack him back.
so now at this point, everybody will probably want to roll initiative. And the initiative's order is still up, so if you just want to right-click your guy, or just click your guy, you don't have to right-click it. And then you just hit roll initiative.
Boop.
Well, they got the same roll as they did last time. Those kobolds are crappy at initiative. All right, is everybody...
Did I do that right, or did I? I didn't sh-
Sarah... No, you have to click on your icon first.
Okay, icon, my clicker, because that got better.
Yeah, that got real good.
Thought I had almost nowhere left to go but up.
All right, let me go to the battle map so people can actually see what's being rolled and what's going on. I just realized we're not there. Okay. So I like how you managed to roll it twice and both times were ones. It's really impressive. Like you confirmed your one.
I mean,
Oh, I just
yeah,
realized
also
that I'm really
rolled a bird on it.
backlit. Okay. Can I get a little less backlit?
Oops, and let me set up the order. Make sure nobody is in here twice.
Do I get to
Pew.
finish my turn?
Well,
I'm
yeah, I guess. Yeah, you
is
can
he
get
out
up.
of the way at least.
Yeah, you can get up and out.
Yes.
To attack? I was expecting things. That's why I was going cautiously
Yeah, all
in
right, you
first.
can attack too. Yeah.
I'm gonna hit this one on the right.
Okay. Yeah, you kill it.
And now I'll hit the one on the left.
Okay. Wait, does a 12 hit them? Yeah, it does. Okay. Yeah, you hit him. You killed him.
Wow.
I even did the wrong one first, so you killed them both.
Okay.
Okay. And you
Revenge for the
notice, now that
slings.
you're kind of up close, that these ones actually kind of look a little different than other ones that you've seen.
Yeah, but they still try to chuck rocks at my head, so.
Yeah, all right. Well, then I won't tell you how they look different if you don't
Okay,
care.
sorry.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, go on.
The rest of us might be paying attention.
Yeah.
All right. So the ones that you see now, they're like they have slings, um, but they are like dressed differently. They're dressed in like sort of like heavier leathers, but they don't look like they're necessarily like fighting leathers. And they've got like some of them have kind of like almost apron sorts of things going on.
Oh, so maybe they're kobold civilians.
And they like some of them like kind of have some things strapped like to their backs or to their waist, that aren't necessarily like, weapons. Like they have weapons, probably. They certainly had slings. Um, and you know, right now they're still all brandishing their slings. But somehow, yeah, they don't seem like they are maybe as much combatants as the ones that you have run into previously.
So like
Maybe
the
this is
chefs.
just maybe this is just like their living quarters, like the other ones were their actual soldiers, and these are just, so kobold
Yeah.
townspeople.
Yeah, I almost feel bad, but I
They did try to chuck rocks at my head.
Well, if Sarah is capable of talking to them and we're able to like secure an agreement that they're not going to come out and start slaughtering humans again, I'd be
Well, at
cool with
this point,
that.
none of you know this except James and now Rusty. Unless they're saying,
Oh,
like,
okay.
hey, by the way, they look like they're different.
Okay.
so I might notice that they're different, but I'm going to. I think I clicked that. It's being really laggy. There it is,
Okay. Yeah, no, you kill it.
and then I will
He's dead.
move over here and stab that guy.
Oh, he's dead too. I
4
think.
damage kills him
Um,
because I don't get sneak attack on the second one.
Oh, no, it
It's-
doesn't. He's not dead.
And then I'll
No, that's
move
sneak attack.
around him a little bit. Dude, I see the rest of the room. Like I'm gonna look and see if
Okay, so
there's more.
what it looks
stuff.
like is going on is you're in this super tall cavern, but there's like this big, like bouldery sort of stalagmite, stalactite, like just a big column, like huge column thing in the middle of it. And from where you are, it's pretty hard to see around it for the most part. So you can see a little bit, but you can't really see like all the way sort of down.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like super tall, like 40 feet tall. Wait, why? Aesop, why are you calling me? Tomorrow is Monday. I have a job. Stupid sub-auto calls. Like, I'm working tomorrow. Why are you calling me for a job?
Not available.
I don't understand.
But yeah, that's my turn.
Okay,
So.
cool. So I guess I'm just gonna say Pew has the same initiative she had last time. But she's further. Where was she in line? I forget.
She was right behind me.
She's right behind you. Okay.
Yeah.
So she's gonna kind of pop out and see that there's another one there, and probably do like acid splash or something.
That is one of her favorites.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why she's gonna do it. But she's gonna get a heck of a syntax error.
Wait, does someone have her character other than
I could give it to somebody. Does
Who's-
anybody want Pew?
who was driving? Wasn't someone driving her character, or was it the other way
It
around?
was the
I
other
can't
way
remember.
around. But I
She
could give
had-
it back
Oh, that's right.
to Amanda since she had Sarah, so it'd be kind of like even.
I vaguely remember her trying to kill Sarah, but okay.
She tried really hard not to kill Sarah, actually.
Yeah, I know, it almost succeeded anyway.
Well, yeah, but she tried really hard not to.
I think. I had a very nice fever for that, so I was kind of there.
All right, let me give you Pew. All right, so you should have access to Pew now.
Okay. Kinda. There. Okay. Oh dear God, Pew.
What?
You don't want to know. I'm trying to. There we go. No, how do I click?
Just click it.
That's the name. How do I click do it?
You
I'm
just
trying
click
to
on
ask
the
this
name.
question.
Don't you just click it?
Yeah, you
That's how
literally just
everything
click on
works
it.
in character sheets.
Did I?
Is it up in like the attacks and spells section?
Yeah, it's right there. It did give me a syntax error, so maybe it's just
Yeah.
weird. Is it giving you a syntax error?
Yeah, yeah, it's not liking it.
Huh.
Just
Okay.
roll the. Let's do
Yeah,
it
just roll
manually.
it.
I'm trying to figure out what I have to do. 2d6 damage. I guess I just roll a d20.
Yeah, it'd
Does
just
it-
be
It's a
D20.
cantrip.
Did it?
It's a cantrip, so you roll. Is it an attack roll?
Is
Yeah.
it?
So it'll be
I
that
think
plus
so.
her int.
Isn't it? I don't
Yeah,
know. Let me
plus
look
your
up
Yeah.
acid
and her
slash.
proficiency.
I
Yeah, I
think
don't
it's
have
a
my
ranged attack.
It's a
so-
dex saving throw, or they take 1d6 acid damage.
Oh,
So
okay.
then it's
the
not a
saving.
2-hit roll.
Oh, so it's not an attack roll.
Okay.
So it's and
So
her
they need to make a dex saving throw of some number.
probably 14 or 15.
Probably. They
50, I
didn't
think.
make it, so they took how much damage?
2d6.
Could be a lot.
Wow, yeah.
As soon as I get my die rolling capability back. Hey, roll 20. Woohoo! Earth to computer. Oops.
Well, that's 1d6. For 7.
Just gonna do it like that.
So that's a total of 11. Which is not. I mean, it's enough to kill it because I didn't look at it before, and the other ones all died at that. So yeah, it's enough to kill it. Dice, dead, dead
It
cobalt.
did.
So do the rest of us clamber up now?
Yeah, probably. But I think probably. Well, yeah. I guess we don't necessarily need to stay in initiative, but we can keep it in case we need it again.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So y'all can get up because no one's gonna come after you right now.
I have no idea
Are you
what
guys
just
all okay?
happened. Like, there were some noises. What happened?
Yeah, I heard fighting. Are you okay?
Guys.
Yeah,
These,
we're fine.
These guys
Uh,
were waiting for him when he popped out. So
Okay, so
believe-
now all of you probably note that they look different than the ones you have previously killed.
I will look over. You said they had stuff on their back. Is it like a
Mhm.
backpack, like a bag or something?
Yeah, so a couple of them have like bags sort of looped over their shoulders, and one of them has like a crate kind of like attached to his shoulders. So yeah.
I'll pop open the bag real quick just to look at what's inside.
Okay, so inside you see that there is a bunch of sand. Actually, in one
Is
of the
it
bags.
like stinky black powder sand like we found in the fire newt cave?
No, it's just sand. Like it looks like it just comes from a beach.
Do they have like digging materials on them?
A couple of them do have like pickaxes, and one of them has like a shovel, like a rudimentary shovel.
So were these guys like excavating new caves?
Maybe.
Like maybe they were using the packs to carry out whatever they dug up.
So Romeo,
Maybe.
make an intelligence check.
Okay. Just a second. Saving throw or just click on intelligence?
Just a check. Yeah. Okay. So you do note that the sand is definitely not like powdered rock. Like it's not the same material at all as what these caves are.
Okay, so it's not like right from the walls around us or anything.
It doesn't seem to be. It really looks like beach sand.
That's a really strange thing for them to be carrying.
Yeah, I mean we're kind of by the lake-ish. That's weird. I thought they might want to like dig out after the cave in. We should probably just
Unless-
keep going to clear this though.
Yeah, I am wondering, the one other possibility I can think of is maybe, you know how when other things have appeared that seem like they're from another world, there's other terrain around them. I wonder if the terrain these guys originally were in was sandy and we're gonna, that's where that came from or something, but I don't know.
It's-
Well,
Yeah.
they've been here long enough. I wouldn't think they'd be carrying sand around from there
Hauling it
anymore.
around. Yeah, this is like they deliberately had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's,
Okay, well, I guess,
Let's
just
take a
keep going.
look. I'll walk around the corner from where I'm at, like 5-10 feet, and just like peek around the corner all sneaky like.
Okay. Roll a stealth check then. Okay. So you see from as you look around the corner, you can see into what looks like just this very, very large room, and there are a lot of different lizard people that you can see. You get the feeling there's probably more back there. And when you look around, you actually can see that it looks like there's like some firelight coming from up there, probably from multiple fires. Like you see, they've kind of got multiple shadows.
Hey,
Is this-
Pew, want to try out that fireball spell?
Wait, guys. This just looks like it's where they live. Like, do we have to just go in and blast down their whole town?
I mean,
Hey, that's what they did. The very first thing they did as soon as they showed up was they sent out parties to start
Okay, but to be
killing
fair,
people.
they were probably randomly transported to our world and probably a little bit freaked out.
Yeah, but still, the first thing they did was send out raiding parties.
Well, Sarah, raiding parties is a little different from a fireball. Like, Sarah, are you able to talk to them at all?
Are we having a crisis now after we murdered our way through like the whole first half of the cave?
But they were like
I
fighting
come
us.
back
They
and I'm
were,
talking to him now after I pointed out.
Okay. I assume you're all kind of
Well,
talking quietly amongst yourselves.
yeah, but I'm just like, the guys that we fought before were the ones who were like the raiders who were coming out and attacking in town, and they were heavily armed and really fighting. This is just, now we're bringing it to their turf and attacking their town. How's that any better?
Can I could I tell what they look like down in that cave back there?
Oh, like the ones that
I mean,
were
they were
ahead of
only
you?
like, how far was that? 25 feet
Yeah,
away?
they were pretty close. And they were lit by multiple sources, so you actually had pretty good vision of them, especially with like your dark vision.
So were they civilians or were
So they looked a lot more like the ones that you just killed. And in fact, some of like they were different sizes. Like some of them seemed like they were pretty small. And yeah, they were carrying various things. They didn't notice you, but they were kind of scurrying around.
I got a problem with killing children if there's children in there,
I mean, they're
even if they are lizard children.
But would Pew?
that's kind of what I was gonna get to. I was gonna like
Yeah, I don't know. Pew.
I'm gonna say, and like looking straight over Pew, I'd be a lot more comfortable if we cleared this place out and we're done with it.
So
I'm
it's a
still like
convenience
looking
thing?
appealingly at Sarah. Like, are you able to talk to them?
I don't know. I've studied their written text and I've heard them talk, but I don't know if I could.
While they're talking, I point at Pew and I like point down the hallway and make like a little explodey hand shape.
All right, Sarah, you're in control of you, or Amanda, rather, you're in control of you.
Yeah, I think Pew would. Yep.
Probably
The real
right.
question is being sneaky about it, or is she just charging off?
I mean, I don't
You don't
know.
really need to charge it anywhere. It's a long range spell.
If she can see the middle of the group, she can chuck a fireball into it.
Yeah. What's the other path look like? I'll kind of glance around the
I'm
corner.
gonna go around the corner. So you definitely get the feeling that it is just like there's a big something like in the middle, because it just sort of looks like there's more path, and then you as you kind of get around more, you see that there's more kobolds, and they're like moving around. Like there's
They're
a
like
lot of
going-
movement happening.
Like just running in a circle or like another ritual
Well, like
thing?
they're kind of no, they're more like they're kind of going in like the middle and coming back, and like kind of like they're moving around and sort of look like maybe they're kind of picking stuff up or doing something. It's kind of hard to tell.
I will point Pew down that very straight looking hallway and hope she can see the firelight down there.
Okay.
I'm still just like, Pew, come on, like, it's one thing to attack the guys that were actually actively raiding us. I think guys are just like chilling at home.
Too late.
Yeah, too late. Fireball left.
Oh, that was a fireball. Okay. So, let's see. I have a whole. What is the range or the
30-foot radius.
30-foot
Yeah.
radius? Holy shit.
Yeah, it's
So back where we
It's
are.
basically
Easily take
that whole
out
room.
an entire city. Yeah, or like an entire
Yeah.
kobold.
No, that takes out the entire room.
They're all dead.
20-foot radius.
Oh, 20
And
foot
it probably
radius.
could kill them all, yes.
Okay, so where exactly does she lob it? Since she can't really see the middle.
Yeah, could she see the fire Rusty was talking about? 'Cause that
No, the
probably would've
fire seems to be coming from like the middle. Like you just see the fire light coming out.
been- Okay.
So she can
So,
probably see to like
Where
there.
she see the fire light-ish? Hang on, let me...
She might even cast it like as far as the far wall, because I don't know if she knows how hard it hurts.
Yeah,
Like,
she's
how
never
far
done
out?
it, so she might have no idea really how it works.
like maybe aim for like...
Oh my
Oh, let me click. So, somewhere where these two kobolds are?
You have to click and hold because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm struggling here.
Oh, right
There
there?
we go.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So she does that, and it's a 20-foot radius. Okay, so she's gonna hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 adults.
Hopefully not us.
One of them made it.
One of them made it.
They're all good at dodging.
Two
except
of them. Wait,
for that dude.
a couple of them made it.
No, just one.
No, they don't have advantage, and so it's
Just for
the
attack
DC
rolls. I don't have. I don't think.
Oh
I
wait,
have
DC
it.
16.
What are you talking
I
about?
was looking
Her
at the
DC
19.
16.
Oh,
Yeah,
DC
three of them
16.
made it.
Yeah, I was
Three
like,
of them
two of
made
them
it.
made it. Shouldn't a 20-foot radius cover that whole room?
No,
If it was in the
Just
middle,
about.
but not if it's on
not
the
if
side.
it's because she did it right in the corner. So no, I did not.
If she fired it in the middle, it would hit all of them
Yeah.
easy. But
Okay, and so let's see. Okay, so three of them just collapse on the spot. Bam, 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 deadness.
That's kind of how fireball works.
Yeah. Actually, she doesn't even know how many she killed. I take it back. She sees one of them collapse on the spot. Is anybody looking up the other side?
I was running up to her trying to stop her, so probably not.
Okay.
No, probably not.
Okay. So you guys actually have no idea what's happening up here. Okay. So, and the other ones like get super singed, or the other couple that you can see get really, really super singed.
Wonderful odor of smoked lizard.
Yeah, and like there's actually this recoil of like heat back at you guys. And I actually, whoever's like in that little hallway when she casts it, I need to make a dexterity save.
Well, I was behind her. Does that count as in
Yeah.
the hallway?
Yeah.
I was like
okay.
right by her.
Yeah.
probably just the 3.
Okay, just a second.
Since she cast it like right at the beginning of that hallway.
Fortunately, I am dexterous.
But is she? That's the real question.
Yeah, I can see how it could like billow right back up
Working on
the
it. Working on
tunnel
I mean,
walls.
Yeah, but also, I mean, magic doesn't always
Anybody else see my
observe
draft?
physics.
So give Pio a dex save also.
Yeah, working on it.
Okay. All right.
And thank goodness it doesn't always obey physics, or man, the convection of the fireball would kill like everybody every
Yeah.
time.
Okay, so Rusty, you and Ronia managed to like duck back behind like the corner when you see like that this like big wave of heat is coming back at you. But Pew is just like entranced by her fireball. She's so excited about it that she kind of just stands there, and this like wave of heat hits her, and like her eyebrows kind of singe off, and her hair gets singed. She's gonna be really mad when she gets back, and she takes just 2 points of heat damage, not so much fire damage.
Oh, you can tell Pew I did not do that. She did that herself.
Sarah tried to talk her out of it.
Sarah tried to talk her out of it, Pew.
I actively tried to talk her into it.
It's true.
Yeah, blame your boyfriend for this one.
And you
I
dodged out of the
suggested
way in
it and then
time.
stayed out of the ensuing conversation.
Yeah, the
I'm just
instigator over
like-
there.
I like part of me wants to try to like be like, oh my god, please stop, but like I'm just kind of stunned because I've never seen a spell of this magnitude before, and I'm just kind of like, I dodged out of the way and fell on my butt, and I'm just sort of sitting there stunned.
I'm
Yeah.
actually going to run over to Pew and be like, are you alive?
She's
like-
smoking a little bit.
Pat her little eyebrows out.
All right, while you guys are doing this, the kobolds that you saw, you can't see anymore. Like they flee. All right. So there's just a
Okay,
dead
I'll
one.
go up the other passage.
Okay. So you make her
Yeah,
up the
I'll-
passage to
up
make
this
it the
way.
right thing going.
And then like get ready to look around.
And like when you could see,
I'll sneak.
like
Yeah.
you can see that they like were over there, but they see you because like they see you and they're like and they like run away real
Surprise.
fast. Ah.
It's like they think we're homicidal or something.
We're not homicidal. They're not human.
Ah,
So yeah.
okay, murderous. How's that? Murderous.
Doesn't
Bad
murder also imply you're killing people?
That is probably more accurate though.
All right,
Close
so
to
you
it.
It's a
get
different.
so Rusty, when you get into the main room, you see a couple more bodies littering the main room, and you
So
see.
I'm like looking around the corner, like
Oh, okay, yeah. So
I
when you
just don't
glance
have a
around
good
the
spot.
corner, and you were being
Yeah.
sneaky, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So there, you don't even need to roll a stealth mode or stealth check because they're like not really listening for people. So you see around the corner that there are like 4 of these lizard people that are like herding these little lizard people like back towards the tunnel, like on the other side of the room, and a couple of them are grabbing what look like maybe eggs, and like running towards the other side of the room. You can see there's like this big charred fireballed area that includes like multiple nest-like things with eggs that are just charred and destroyed now. And there are a few fires that like maybe even almost look like forges. And yeah, that's pretty much what you see in this room. And like they're all fleeing. If you give them time to flee, they all like herd the little ones back.
Does the adults look like civilian adults or
So for the
things?
most part, they look like the ones that you've killed in this area. There are a couple that look like they're more heavily armed,
okay? If they're
but
At the
they're like
back, I
taking the eggs and stuff with the others.
okay,
They're not stopping to fight you.
neat. They are clearly running away. I assume they're. I kind of want to chase after them, but it's probably a bad idea.
So where's the caster that set off this cave in?
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess
I'll,
if there's a pause at this point, I'll scramble to my feet and follow them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll.
going down the right side of the passage too.
I figure Pew composes singed eyebrows and then comes with.
Yeah, I
Crying
think
for a
we're
couple of
all
minutes.
trotting off.
But I'll mutter under my breath. I'll probably just mutter in general that if they're running that way, they must have an exit. Maybe they're just hiding, but yeah, that's.
Guys, I think we just blew up a nursery.
I'm
Yeah,
100% sure that's what.
but also, I mean, they're running at this point. They're no longer an active threat. Like, I think we're done here.
I don't.
I don't think we're done.
What would you like to do next?
Just because we got to figure out what's going on back here is the idea. So I'll creep up to the, or now that they've had time to get up. Come on, Grid.
Okay.
Like look down.
Look down. Okay. So, so you see that it's just more hall or tunnel. Like it, the huge room kind of comes down into a tunnel. And these tunnels also look more like the lava tunnels from the first part, rather than like tunnels that they have crafted.
So like this is part of their original.
Yeah, probably.
I'll peek around.
Peek around that corner.
Yeah.
Okay, so you find yourself at like a T, and on your right there's kind of a drop, like you've seen previously, into like a smaller tunnel. And then on your left, it just seems to be more tunnel.
I'll look and see if I could tell which way they all.
Okay, so you, because you're going slowly and stealthily, like they've had time to kind of get out, so you don't actually see any.
Can I see footprints?
You can make an investigation check to see if you do. Yeah. Okay, so you actually see a number of these little lizard footprints going both ways. And you see like little
Cool.
ones going mostly to the right, like the little ones. But some of them go to the left, and there's just like a muddle of lots and lots of footprints that seem to be going both ways.
I will back up a bit and tell people that.
Okay.
And it's a drop off and like a small entrance thing.
Yeah,
kinda.
not like tiny, like the one that Ronya and Sarah got sort of stuck in.
Like the one kind of that we found the kid in.
Yeah, more like that one. Like it's
Okay.
smaller, it's a drop off, but it's not like a tiny tunnel.
Yeah, we need to figure this out because, I mean, I feel like they're just gonna regroup and murder people more.
We
if
don't know
leave
that.
them. I mean, that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
I'd rather be done with it, but
But they also got transported into a strange new world.
and I mean, I don't feel bad. Got to take care of our team.
Ronya is looking at the burnt up eggs and dead things all around and is trying not to throw up and is just not even talking anymore at
Yeah,
this
there's some
point.
dead little ones too, by the way.
Yeah. I just spending all my time trying not to throw up and not even talking. So, yeah.
Will you let me try to talk to them?
Can you? I mean, you've been reading a book, but
I could try. I mean,
do you have any idea what the symbols in what sounds the symbols in the book correspond to?
I've heard them talking, so I kind of have a vague idea.
tell you what, how about we hang out in here and you try talking to them and we see if we get a response.
And as you're having this conversation from like the hallway, so now you're not in it, so you don't know which way, you hear like this yelling lizard person voice come down from the hallway, like or whatever they sound like. And Sarah, you get the distinct impression that they are saying, we surrender, or something to that extent.
That sounds like they're
And
trying to
that
surrender.
is where we're going to end the night.
I'm happy because I have to get up early for work tomorrow, but I'm not because it was getting good.
We'll be like, our
Gotta
party
end it on a cliffhanger, you guys.
the party and rather two distinct minds about the situation.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, if communication's established, that changes things. But
I mean, they have a language, so they're intelligent. It's not like we're killing a nest of, like, crazy. They're not just lizards. They're like lizard people. Emphasis on the people.
All right. Well, you have a week
All
to debate.
the short ones in our party apparently relate to the fact that they're short too.
That's totally it.
That's got to be it. Card, Pew, and myself are like, they all look the same to me. Just murder them.
Speciesist.
Man.
I was thinking more along the lines of they did kind of start it completely unprovoked. I mean, it's not like they went around and tried to just like.
And you
forage
guys
figure out
are
where
going to
they
have to
were.
have this
They went out and
discussion
sent people out on killing
next week
So-
on Fate Touch.
All right.
You have a whole week to think about your arguments, you guys.
I'm just gonna text Elizabeth and let her know that she's missing eyebrows.
I'm gonna make.
And she murdered a bunch of babies.
Nah, she can wait to find that
I
out.
don't think she'd care.
I don't think she'd mind. But
She cast the fireball, so
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for playing today. Is there anything you guys want to say before we head out?
I'm just gonna get ready to
I
make some
expected
very
something he'd like to
pointed arguments next week.
All right, yeah, I got a whole week to think about it.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right, have wonderful times, everybody. Have a great week. Those of you who watch my stream normally, I apologize for the fact that I have dropped off the face of the planet, but hopefully in a couple of weeks things will start slowing down a little bit and I will be back. So for now, no regular daytime stream because I'm working every day, but someday, hopefully. All right, guys, I'm gonna go to the right screen. That's the right screen. We're gonna play music for about a minute. So thanks everybody for watching and have a really wonderful day. Bye.
Yay, bye.
I'm gonna go to bed, y'all.
Good night.
Night, night.